I feel like nowadays to actually make classic sounding music that will be here forever, memorable, you have to have another passion that pays you enough.
What?
So that way, this is just my brain.
No, I'm agreeing
because
with
I'm
you.
paying attention to artists, and a lot of these artists, they're putting out certain types of music that they necessarily don't want to put out, and they're sacrificing their art because this is the only thing that is on their plate and it's the only way they're eating.
Yeah. Alex, I love you, brother. And I missed y'all last week. I wasn't here to record on the last episode.
You keep leaving us.
Nah, you know what I'm saying? Like, I missed y'all dearly when I listened.
We missed you
Alex,
too,
I know you're super passionate about music, but I do want to intro the pod before we get into the topics. We're
talking
talking
off
off air, but Alex is ready to just go into it. What's going on, Need to Know family? It is what you need to know when you need to know on the Need to Know podcast. I feel like we haven't done this intro in a long time, but I want to get back to the roots. I feel the energy. Like, I don't know if you're looking on your phone right now, if you're listening on Apple, if you're listening on Spotify, Audio Mac, wherever you're listening, you can see our artwork. We have brand new artwork. I love it. It looks a little bit more vibrant. And so with that energy, I just wanted to have a proper introduction to this amazing ensemble of a podcast. I go by the name Savon.
Yeah, what's going on, y'all? It's your boy, A.
And as always, we have the amazing, the talented, the pen. I love it. Whenever I think about you, I just think about your hair and the pen.
Oh,
That's fine.
I'm jealous of both, by the way.
Oh my God.
The hair and the pen.
Last week, remember when Alex was like, the amazing, the beautiful Devon?
That's
Took
right.
that right away.
That's right, motherfucker.
Took the rug right over.
I was like, damn, I thought it was talking about
I
me,
was
but
like, come
okay.
on, man.
We
Black boy joy.
I wouldn't take that from you, Reggie. We have the amazing Reggie in the building. What's going on, Reggie?
Hello, I feel so blessed to be here. I do feel the energy, you know, the room looks a little brighter. We're all killing it with the fits today.
Thank you.
As
Thank you.
always.
You too.
Thank you.
Come on, man.
I think we're pretty fashionable.
And yo, I know you got mad love last week, but you got to intro yourself, my nigga. I ain't gonna hold you. I'm messing with you. I'm messing with you.
I feel like I would get nervous if I had to intro myself.
Listen,
What would
it's
I
your
say?
boy from Brownsville,
Oh, see.
602 Saratoga,
Look what you
between
stole.
Picking and Sutter.
Look what you stole.
And Sutter. I was really there.
You see?
Brownsville,
You see?
Devon Terrell, it's your
see?
boy.
You see?
Whole lot of
A
gang
nigga always
shit.
got to start where he from to make sure he mean business.
That's a fact. Because no one believes I'm from Brownsville. I had a conversation with somebody, they didn't believe me, so I just have to feel like I want to say that.
Oh, not enforce that.
Could I say something real quick? That was kind of funny.
Absolutely.
So before everybody got here, it was just me and Dev. I got here like 1:30. What the fuck? I got here like 1:30. Like,
Get a life.
bro.
For context, guys, it's like fucking 8 p.m. right now.
You ain't crazy. She shot from half.
I got here like 1:30 because I hate being late, right? I kept holding us up,
Yo,
and
today
I'm like,
I was 22 minutes late today, and I had mad anxiety. I
knows
was like,
that
they're gonna
number.
judge me. Oh my god.
None of us knew how.
I had no
by the
idea.
way.
I had no
Oh,
idea.
I hate being late. But yes, you were.
But yeah, so it was just me and Dev here, and I like crept in, right? I came in, Dev didn't know I was here.
That was scary.
He was like, wait, what the fuck are you doing here? I'm like, what the fuck are you doing in your studio? And long story short, we both got food. My food came, and then he got food, and I kicked it with him.
Yeah.
And then when he
Bonding.
went to get his food, I guess the delivery guy said something to you.
The nigga said, yo, is this a dance studio? I said, no.
Wait,
It's
what?
Alan the Alien right
Wait,
now.
you could see inside?
Yeah, he came to the door.
It's Alan the Alien.
He said, oh, is this a dance studio? I said, no. He was like, oh, man, you look like a dancer. I said, what
He
the
wanted you to do a little
What
strut
does
for
that
him.
mean?
I said,
Yeah.
Are you offended?
So
I don't know.
Nah.
Because
He
he's
thought-
talking
nah.
about your figure.
He thought some ballerinas was in
he
him.
was looking at your legs.
He was looking at me,
No,
right?
because based
Yeah.
on what? It was your figure.
That's what I'm saying. But you know what it is? I said maybe because he sees dancers with like the oversized sweaters. That I was like,
Yeah.
did you watch a movie last night
Nah,
on
go
Netflix?
front
and
Wait,
say-
you weren't wearing that?
Are you
was
shaped like
wearing
a
this.
That's
dancer?
not an oversized sweater. That's like a nicely fitted sweater.
It's kind of I guess it's I don't
He do
fucking
look
know,
like
Reggie.
the after school teacher, dance teacher right now.
I look like the after school dance teacher.
Yeah, I ain't going front. You do.
That's my vibe.
But they was always the fly
Yeah.
niggas because they was the most responsible in
No,
the neighborhood.
yeah, and they love you like you're their
Yeah,
mentor.
yeah.
You
So
gotta
you're
talk
turning their
about
lives
it.
around.
Look at y'all trying to clean this shit
I
up.
thought that.
No, that's not a bad
good.
thing. Why is that a bad thing?
I would let you take care of my kids.
There was
Yeah.
a guy outside that was walking past and he laughed. Like you ever see somebody from in the audience laugh at you? You're like, oh, that was funny, huh?
Like
Just
in
in
a
the
TV
streets
show.
of Brooklyn, laughing at Dev, looking like
It's all good. I am not a dancer by trade. Okay.
just by fun.
I feel like you could.
But yeah, we
Oh,
got.
I can kill it though. I can
Yeah,
eat.
I know
will
you
fucking
have
eat.
rhythm. Yeah.
I will fucking eat.
Would you?
Yeah.
I would fucking eat. I told you this before. I said this we had a good clip of me saying, I fucking eat.
Oh, the musical shit.
Yeah, the musical shit. I would eat on a day. What? I battle any of you niggas.
Single.
Before we get into the topics and everything that I miss and everything that I love, let's kick it over to our good people, the good folks over at Hulu.
Hey. This episode of the Need to Know podcast is brought to you by Hulu, celebrating Black history always. With stories like Women of the Movement, Snowfall, Atlanta, Grownish, Power, Living Single, the award-winning Summer of Soul, Hulu Original, Wu-Tang and American Saga, and much more. Hulu highlights stories that showcase Black history, past and present. 365 days a year, Hulu subscription required, terms may apply.
Hey, and also, I wish we had like sound effects, Dev. We have to hook that up. Please. We got to do that.
Wait, what do you need? I got you. What do you need?
We don't have sound effects anymore, like a drum roll.
I have.
No, I was going to do it. I got shot. Everybody looked at me. I got shot.
Be careful what you ask for. Like, what you need,
I
you
thought
can't
you
just
need
do
like
it.
a clap or like a ooh.
No.
But just, I got you.
I need a
have
drum
it.
roll.
I'm sorry. I forgot to implement.
It's all good. I forgot to. But everybody listening to this podcast, we appreciate and love all of the support that you have given us thus far. And that extends to our family, our community over on Patreon. What we are doing, we announced it this past week. For anybody who didn't see the announcement or just not in tune with us, I know a lot of y'all don't follow us on social media, even though y'all be tapped in. And it's all good. I like my follower ratio to look a certain way, too. I get it.
But even if they don't follow us, follow the Need to Know page. Please.
I get it. I'm not mad. But on our social media, it's just an observation.
Like, you guys don't follow us. I'm not mad.
It's just an observation, guys.
He's pissed off.
Thank y'all.
You want them to follow your Finsta too?
No.
Oh my gosh.
No.
Okay.
I might retire that, and I'm going to reveal why.
Really?
Yeah.
I want to know why you're retiring.
I found a therapist, but we'll talk about it later.
That was
We'll talk about it.
Yeah.
Yo, if I take 1 week off, just know I'm getting my life together, and I'll talk about it a little bit later.
Did you listen to the previous episode? Because we went in depth about like finding a therapist. And stuff like that.
We're gonna talk about it. Write it
down.
Patreon. March 1st, we are putting all of our additional content under one umbrella, under one roof. Right now, we currently have 3 tiers, and they all vary in price. What we decided to do is we wanted to keep the community concise, condensed, and put you all in one tier. So starting March 1st, we're going to condense our Patreon content. If you are subscribed to Patreon, you get every single thing that we have to offer. You'll see Devon Terrell vlogs. You'll see Reggie vlogs, Savon, Alex blogs, all of our additional content. We are also including 3 extra episodes at the very least, a minimum of 3 extra episodes a month over on Patreon. We got a lot of things going on. But please, if you want to subscribe, please go subscribe. And if you are already subscribed, your price may vary. It may either go up if you're in the lower tier, or if you're at our highest current tier, it will go down. So you may get a discount or a reduction. So either way you look at it, you will be getting more content. We figured this was the best way to go about it. So that is patreon.com, Need to Know Podcast. Again, this was a collective decision to give you more content and also to make it a little bit easier for us to determine who gets what. Like now everybody gets everything.
Just one rate and you get everything.
Everything.
I have a good vlog coming up from Cleveland this weekend. That's gonna be fire.
Don't want to miss that. That's the All-Star recap, bro.
I'm actually
I'm
gonna
excited.
be into that one.
Yes.
This is how I know our podcast is like connected. Because I wanted to start, like I didn't tell you, I be holding out mad topics in pre-production. I ain't gonna lie to y'all.
Oh, I know.
I wanted to start off with us being like the Mixie podcast. We're like the Mixie Power Ranger podcast Avengers.
That's
no,
crazy.
for real.
Nah, the industry list is pretty high here.
It's wild.
I ain't gonna lie. Yeah, smile, Miss Rihanna Hugger.
Yeah, it might be this one.
Why
first
you
off.
talking?
Ain't shit. It's her.
All of like
You want to talk?
You rap battle Wyclef Jean.
He's one.
The fuck is he talking
look
about?
what's bro, even our videographer was in
The
LA
fucking Super
for the
Bowl,
Super
like,
Bowl.
on the field.
He ran out with the team.
Yo, you touched
No,
on Buddy?
that's fire. That's fire.
He dead
Like,
ran out
That's
with the team.
crazy.
That's really a dream
like,
come
I
true.
wasn't even there.
honestly, I was like, oh wow, like look at us. Reggie,
Yeah, we're pretty lit. Yeah,
you're going to like
let me stop. We're pretty lit.
All-Star Weekend this
Reggie
week.
about to be a sub on the All-Star fucking team and shit.
Yo, I've been waiting my whole life for this.
I know. You gonna
I've
be
been
there.
learning
Don't
plays.
say that.
Learning
Don't say
plays.
that. Don't say that.
It's
You
you.
want- You wasn't with your
If I see you at the half court challenge or some shit shooting a basketball for $3 million,
no, but you know what though? Reggie is a new basketball fan.
I'm an expert, guys. I'm a basketball fucking analyst.
I'm a fucking analyst.
Can I ask you a question?
Yes.
How many touchdowns did Steph Curry have last year?
Stop. All right.
At least you know it was a joke.
Nobody's allowed to make fun of me besides me, okay?
She knows it was a joke.
Nah,
and yes, women do watch sports. We're not fucking morons. Just to clarify.
No, this is just recent because Reggie's been telling us, if you guys been paying attention,
right.
Each week she learns more about basketball through her boyfriend, and I love that. That's right.
And I'll be trying to bond with him and shit.
And learn something from her.
I'll see like a topic. I'll be like, babe, what do you think about James Harden?
Wait,
like,
you broke the trades for him?
You broke the trades. Reggie broke the news.
If Reggie was your
James
insider,
you
have no knowledge of basketball. You like, goddamn. But you be trying.
She'll fuck around and get.
Yo,
and
I'm
get
a basketball analyst. Stop. Why?
No, she's a savant. She's a savant. In a week.
I'm an expert.
I ain't gonna lie. If you give me at least one tweet a week about basketball, I will
fucking
pay for
got
that.
you.
Just at least one tweet a week.
I love, like, I see my boyfriend on the timeline. He says some shit like, oh, what? Some news about Zion
Williams.
That's Zion. It's okay. That would be like, it's the number one pick in the draft.
Yeah, no. Some news about him, bro. Like, he was tweeting whatever the fuck, and then I'll just like copy and paste that and just kind of switch it up.
You should. I want to see it.
I need my girl to support me just like that.
Nah, Reggie.
I love seeing him tweet because I'll be like, yeah, right. I mean, damn.
He lost mad weight.
That's dope. You're going to All-Star Weekend. I can't wait to see what you do with the vlog and have fun. You know, turn up for us.
I'm so excited. I just got my itinerary right now.
Did
but
you?
Yeah. Yes.
I thought about going. We had so Pierre was in LA.
Yes.
We got Reggie going to Cleveland.
That's right.
Last week I took some time off, and obviously I told you I always kind of try and get myself right and everything. And I noticed my guy was just living a little different, man. And you know, it makes me happy to see him engaged and locked in. He's tuned into the Matrix. Like, I'm like, yeah, we got my guy back. We love this guy. And, you know, he was just posting away. And I had no idea this is how he was giving it up. I thought I was the king of Miami. I'm not going to lie. And when I say king, I mean like the fake king.
I was like, who's he
once in a
talking
while,
about?
I'll dabble into the Miami streets. Everybody knows, like, I've never been anywhere. I'm like an Instagram dot. I don't leave the house. I've only been to Miami.
He's like, yeah, I'm going to Miami again.
Yeah, that's it, right?
That's the perfect
I've never
definition.
been anywhere. But, you know,
thought.
I go on Instagram, man.
Write that down.
You know, my
Introverted
dear friend is posted in Miami making TikTok. I cannot compete. But
Sun
it was
shining
glad
on
to
his
see
skin.
that you just let it all out.
Yeah, bust it open.
You just busted it open
Busted
in
it
Miami.
wide open.
in Miami.
Devon Terrell, after you recorded the pod last week, you headed to Miami. How was that?
Yeah, it was good. It was good to get away and just sleep on the fucking beach for hours. That's all I did.
Yeah, that's all you did, right?
That
Just
does
slept on
sound
the
nice.
I just slept on the beach.
Yeah, I know. And that's
fucking
why I
it.
hate men. What you doing on vacation? Slept on the beach. That's all you did, right?
What you want me to do?
You ain't sitting nothing. You ain't falling to something, right?
Yeah.
Nah, because that's talk up.
Yo, this is mad aggressive.
Let's go. He's trying to give us the PS, not Reggie.
Clap it up for Alex!
Nah, because Reggie. Let me tell you about our friend.
I have no idea what's happening.
See, he PR trained.
He is.
That boy, he was about to give us, oh, guys, it was all work and beach. And I went
relaxing.
back and I took an Uber to a restaurant and I slept at home.
That is literally the truth.
Oh, shit.
That is literally the truth.
I feel bad because that's really what Dev did. He probably was just relaxing with his
I just
lady.
relaxed with my chick, and yeah,
Alright.
I had sex. You want to know if I had sex?
Yeah, throw that
I
in
had
there.
intercourse.
Throw that in there.
Yeah, I had a little intercourse.
Had a good time?
You know, smoked
enjoyed it?
black in my. I ain't gonna lie. The one thing I wouldn't have told you niggas, I was smoking like a motherfucker.
Oh my
When I
goodness
go away,
gracious.
I am a nigga from the streets. I just want everybody know. Like I got my blacks,
You had a
and
black
I'm
and mile on
good.
you, moving crazy.
Oh, it's
Nah.
a plastic tip.
Nah, you see a nigga with a plastic tip, you gotta act right.
If you know,
might be
you
out his
know.
mind.
I'm happy you went away. I'm glad
I'm
you
about
did
to go
that.
back to. I gotta go to. I'm going to LA tomorrow.
Yeah. So
Ooh.
right now, while everybody's listening, you're in LA.
Excuse me?
Yeah, God hope.
That's what I mean. Like this podcast, it's amazing that we could all come together on Wednesdays and make this thing work every single
Oh
week.
no, we make.
I'll be
I make.
impressed.
Hey,
not
Because we
gonna
all
lie.
lead like separate lives, and then we
Yes.
all come together.
Come together. I make sure.
It's beautiful.
So
We
thank
all
y'all for
make sure.
understanding because I know sometimes it'd be a little scattered with the schedule, but I promise y'all, just be life kicking our ass.
Nah, that's a fact.
I mean, but to give us credit, we are pretty consistent.
Oh,
Like
we're good.
sometimes
Yeah.
we'll be maybe once every 3 months. Like
We're
yeah.
good.
Yeah,
absolutely.
Compared to
we
other
upload
podcasts
on
that I
Thursday
know,
mornings. Yes.
We are very good at making
1,000.
All right, Miami.
We're
I'm
very
calling you
good.
Miami today.
Yeah.
I really
Miami
did nothing.
D.
I did
See,
nothing.
I wanted
literally did
to
nothing.
kind of pivot to Valentine's Day after that, but I
Okay.
think we could pivot after because I think there's a connection that I can put. Like there's a parallel between us and what happened this past week, right? So when you're watching the Super Bowl, I know a lot of people don't care about the coverage of the Super Bowl. We don't got to get into that.
Okay.
But when I was watching the halftime show, it poked at my childhood a little bit. Because I'm like, these are like some of the biggest figures. Like 50 Cent was that guy.
Yeah.
Whether you were in New York or not, I know a lot of times I try to speak outside of our New York bias because we are all so entrenched in New York. But 50 was just like that guy everywhere
Yeah,
growing
he was
up.
the hottest thing.
You know?
If you were in the world,
Yes.
Dr. Dre, Eminem.
If you were in the world, you
Mary
know.
J. Blige, Snoop.
Yes. Huge.
I was like, yo,
Yes.
that is the Avengers of podcasting.
really was.
And I feel like looking at us coming here, recording every single Wednesday, it's like, yo, Alex really might be fucking Tony Stark.
You just
You're
compared
like
us.
Peter
Why you call me the
Parker.
nigga that died? I don't like
Did he?
that.
I'm definitely
you
Peter
call me the
Parker.
nigga that died.
I'm not gonna lie. I want to be Spider-Man really bad.
Yeah.
One day, I'm dead serious. I really want to be
That's
Spider-Man.
what I'm saying.
I wanna
Look
play
at
Spider-Man.
us.
I can see it.
No, you might be Captain America.
Cat Mac?
Yeah.
You are Captain
Yeah, you
America.
Captain America. Yeah, you
Why?
Captain America.
You do-gooder ass
Why?
nigga.
Yes.
You are.
You don't gotta
Everybody
sell-
loves you.
You don't use the internet?
Nah, he don't do none of that.
You are Captain America.
I'm
Yeah.
the black Captain America.
You're
Black
I'm about
Captain
to start some
America.
current shit.
Who are you?
I don't know.
Nah,
You might be Hulk.
I ain't gonna lie.
Nah,
You angry.
Nah,
I-
he Doctor Strange.
Doctor Strange.
He's Doctor Strange
look
now.
who-
Fuck
No,
yeah.
Doctor
Doctor
Strange.
You
Strange
giving
is.
me a side
Nah,
character?
Reggie's Doctor
I
Strange.
can't be
No,
a
no,
main.
no. She could be. Let's
Wait,
make
Doctor
her an
Strange not a
actual
main?
woman character.
But isn't he controlling it?
I want to
all?
be a main character.
But I thought Doctor Strange's role in
He's
Marvel
ass
is
though.
pretty.
What kid grew up saying I want to be Doctor
I
Strange?
agree with Hulk
He's the
because
most powerful,
No,
though.
Hulk like be like chilling and then he goes like
That's
Savon
Savon.
I
does.
like
Savon
that.
is
I
Hulk.
could do that. I could do that.
Savon is
Yeah, Hulk is
Bruce
lit.
fucking
I
Banner.
could be Bruce
Who's
Banner.
Reggie?
What is
Who's
wrong
Reggie?
with
Reggie is Tony Stark.
Reggie might be Tony Stark,
You're Tony
bro.
Stark.
Why?
Nah, but Tony Stark got a little bit of a. He's sarcastic. Hold on,
Yeah.
she might be right.
Tony Stark, super smart.
You
She
don't
not
think I'm
Captain Marvel.
sarcastic?
She mad
No,
smart.
she is. I'm saying she is sarcastic.
Oh.
and holds it
I
together.
don't know,
I'm
guys.
definitely Peter Parker. I'm
Yeah,
definitely
yeah,
Peter
yeah,
Parker.
You just want to be Spider-Man
I just
so
wanna
bad.
be
Go play
Spider-Man.
the
He just
game.
claimed it by himself. He's like, yeah, I'm him.
I'm Peter Parker.
Nah, nigga, you Hawkeye. Fuck out of here.
I'm Hawkeye.
Hawkeye, nigga.
ass.
Yo, you can't say I'm Spider-Man. You mad cool, nigga. You Hawkeye.
Says
bro.
no one ever. You nigga, you
Hey, you
Hawkeye.
try to give me fucking Doctor Strange?
That's a fire.
No,
character.
that's my favorite. No, he's my favorite. Yeah, out of everybody.
He's considered
I
the
don't
most.
agree.
Isn't he considered the most powerful?
That's what I
Yo,
just
he has
said.
the best like skill set out of everybody. Like,
He's a like a god.
you don't
But
like
what I
Doctor
said.
Strange?
He's
That's
cool
so weird.
because of the movies. Before the movies, who jacked Doctor Strange?
people that knew
The
who
smart
he
people.
was.
The smart people.
Who
Yes.
jacked Doctor Strange?
People
No
that
one
write
knew.
comics.
Exactly. Comic people knew that Doctor Strange was that dude.
Who's his love interest?
See, that's
What?
your horny
He,
shit.
he had one
See?
in the first.
That's your
Nah,
horny.
He gets
Oh,
he gets
you're
no
asking
he
why
gets
you
no
horny,
play.
though?
He
But
gets
why
no
you horny,
play because
though?
you're not gonna put that on me.
Yeah.
You're not gonna
That's
put a
his horny.
character that get
That's
no
what he
women
always
on
bases
me.
it
That's his
off.
You're
horny.
not gonna do that to me.
who he said you was?
He's Captain America. He get all of
His girl left. Nah, his girl left.
All the American
He's like the
hoes.
Tom Brady of.
And that's very fitting.
Facts.
Girls leave.
Girls leave.
You Spider-Man.
I'm Spider-Man.
You had mad bitches.
I had one.
You had Mary Jane
had-
and Gwen.
Gwen.
That's mad hoes. Bro.
Who's Gwen?
Gwen?
Stefani.
See?
Nah, never, not Gwen.
Wait, Gwen is
had
Paltrow.
Gwen.
Never mind.
Wait, who are you talking about? Wait, who the fuck is Gwen,
Yeah, that's her.
Gwen.
I be getting my Gwen's
I
That's
mixed up.
Tony. That's her host.
I forget her name. Nah, bro. Gwen and Mary Jane. They was fighting over Peter Parker, bro.
Who the fuck he talking
bro,
about?
And you had a type. You
Is
switched
this
it up.
correct?
This is. This gotta
Bro,
be so
I
incorrect.
am a Marvel nerd. I'm telling you, bro. Watch the Amazing Spider-Man series. It'll tell you everything you need to know. Trust me, it's the Need to Know podcast. What you need to know, when you need to know. And I'm letting Devon Terrell know.
That's right.
You are Peter Parker, and you got mad hoes, and you gave me a nigga who gets no bitches. That's crazy.
That's his
Yo,
criteria.
that's crazy. Nah,
what
I'm
Savon
not.
had
I'm
at.
Thor, nigga. I'm laying the hammer down. You heard? What's up with it?
Oh my
Fuck out of here. I'm Thor, nigga.
You can be Thor.
What's
I ain't
wrong
gonna
with
hold
my co-host?
I give you Thor.
The
We're all
fans
just
already
like-
shit on me.
We're all
Y'all
like,
can't
yeah,
shit
let's
on
just
me.
let him have.
let him have
Let it
Thor.
just.
Yeah,
you know what's
sexy,
funny?
sexy
Oh,
man.
yeah, hammer, yeah.
Oh, she's moist. Oh,
Now, if you my homies be calling me Thor because of my voice.
no, you first of all,
You just purposely call me Thor because my voice. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, they
That's
all call me
nasty.
Thor.
Come on, you ain't never make your voice a little darker after 8 when she call. Come on, don't do that.
No,
Don't
I
do
don't.
that. I ain't gonna let you
My sexy voice is in the morning, not at night.
Savon,
Damn.
what's your
There
sexy
you go.
voice?
I can't do that for
Do
you.
it.
I can't
Now,
do
I
that
feel
for
like
you.
Oh my
Savon,
God.
Savon,
I can't do it.
when
But I
Savon puts
got
on
one.
his sexy voice, it's higher. He goes higher.
It's not. I try to do Alex.
Savon goes soft and high. He tries to empathize with the woman.
No, that's my corporate voice.
That's your corporate voice.
That's my corporate and I'm sorry voice.
How you doing? No, this is Savon. How you doing? No, like for the most part, Like we try to figure it out, and then we just go from there. And you're very pippy.
Yeah.
Oh my God! Yeah, when he calls us at like 2 a.m. with like a new idea.
Yo, when Savon calls you,
Here
hey,
we go.
Hey, let me show you Savon when he calls me.
noticed.
2 in the morning. Hey, Dev, what's going on? Everything good?
Yeah.
I'm like, yeah, man, everything good. He be like, yeah, sorry to call you so late, but you know.
And I'm like, hey,
Got an idea?
Savon.
Yeah. Reggie's like, hey, Devon. Reggie always call. When she call, it's like, yeah, we got to fuck shit up.
Savon be like, hey, Alex. I know it's 3:37 a.m.
Yo, this hits harder when like you know, like we know, like this is true.
This is true.
Like
Like,
we're
this
not
is
even
true.
joking.
Savon
Like,
is like that. He's like, yeah.
no, and then he'll like call us at 3 a.m.
I'm
and he's
not gonna
calling
defend
about like, so did you see the cover art that I put in the chat?
Savon will go crazy. And sometimes it's so
This
intense.
is bullying, bro.
And he was like, he'll be like, yeah, I changed the font size from like 12 to like
Yo,
10.
I swear to God.
What's good with y'all,
Can I make a confession?
Please.
When he was putting the artwork in there, I swear to God, he's putting the artwork. So Savon was showing us the artwork in the group chat. It was new artwork. And he's been doing it all week. And then one
Reggie,
time
you
he
laugh
put it
for
in
real.
there and he said, yo,
Okay.
y'all, so which one? I said, I'm going to wait because I don't know I don't know the difference between
But I
what
try to
happened.
respond
Let me talk y'all through the method to my madness,
Okay.
right?
Yeah.
I would rather overshare than undershare.
Okay.
Because when you undershare, you look like you're just doing
No,
wild
I need
shit.
it. No, it's needed.
So for me, I'm like, you know what? Even though they're busy, even though they're ignoring me,
plant the seed.
even though they really don't want to give
though
a
they
fuck about
ignoring
it,
me.
I'm like, you know what? It's fine. I
give a
get it. But I have to overshare because now if y'all just start seeing wild changes to the podcast, y'all gonna be like, wait, what is he doing?
I
And
get you at
now
a very quick rate.
I have a problem in my life in all relationships. I don't like to explain myself. So y'all gonna be like, yo, why we got a new artwork? And
go.
I'm gonna just
glad.
be like, nigga, that because we got one.
He was
so glad you
firing
got
away
that.
in the chat. My nigga was like 8 pictures. I was like, I don't know. What the fuck?
I
was
just
like,
let
what's
the clip
I was
go.
like, it looks fire.
And then
Savon.
Reggie liked one, and I was like, yeah.
But we look good though.
That one.
I mean, we say that to say the artwork looks
Like, look at us.
amazing.
Nah,
look
it, looks,
good
it
now.
looks
I
great.
think we
If
look
they
good.
knew how many variations of this
don't even know.
existed, it's like 50 of these
They don't
shits.
even know.
He's like, y'all want the logo on the top or the
He said,
bottom?
top bottom. He gave
Y'all
us
want
it was-
70s font?
The need to know was gold 70s. It was gold. It was like fucking Austin Powers vibes.
Yeah.
It was a lot. It's been through a lot. That picture
It's
has
been through a lot. It has. But I'm glad we found something that
picture
we
is
all come
I
iconic.
like
on.
this one. This one landed well.
I will let y'all know. I am not gonna change who I am for y'all. I'm gonna
That's
continue to
fine.
flood
No,
your.
we're not
I'm
saying
going to
change.
continue to
No.
flood your phone.
We need this.
entertainment.
I'm going
No.
to continue to just like you know what I'm saying.
On Armand's
just go
podcast,
crazy.
when you guys were talking about how there's a balance, you're like this and Alex is like that, and that's why it's a good like yin
works.
yang.
Yeah,
So
yeah.
never change, never
Nah,
change.
it does
Mesh.
work. It does work. And shout out to Armand and his crew.
man.
Please
Nick
go
Early,
check
what up,
out the
man?
Stay Busy podcast with Armand
Yeah, you
Saller.
guys killed it.
Me and Alex,
Thank
we were
you.
on that podcast
Thank
this
you.
past week. It was a phenomenal episode. Honestly, we
Loved
kind of
it.
got to be in a different space. We talked about some things that me and Alex looked at each other at some point and said, yo, we would never say these things on our pod. Like,
Wow,
And not that we
why?
would.
It's a different.
It was the
different
energy. The energy was a little different.
he were being interviewed, you
Right.
know?
Yeah,
So that
right.
was the difference. Like, we
Right.
got asked some tough questions.
Right.
And it was really fun. We spoke about you, Reggie,
Yeah.
and Dev. And,
Yes.
you know, it's love.
I made
man.
a phone call after. Don't worry.
Yeah, I bet you did. I bet you did. But yeah, please go
Yeah.
check out the Stay Busy podcast with Armand Saller.
Yes.
Our episode is up there, and he got a ton of content.
Oh my
He's a
God.
music guy. It's structured. Like,
That show-
He
structured.
is like
That
the
show is-
good dad
Yes.
in the hood. Like you
Yeah.
just know, you see dad in the hood, you're
Yeah.
like, he's a good father.
Facts.
So really
Armand
good
gonna be
dad.
a good father.
Yeah, he's gonna be a good dad. Like Armand
Yeah.
is like very, very to
Him-
the point, and he talks like this. And
Yeah.
Yo,
It's right to it.
his
and
oh
he
my
doesn't,
God.
you know, he eloquates himself
amazing.
really well.
Yeah.
And,
You know he a
yeah.
writer.
Yeah, he's good.
Absolutely.
He's really
Yeah.
good. It's a very
and-
respectable take music take.
Absolutely.
Yeah,
Like
yeah.
he's really good.
We're
Him and
supposed to be
Nick
going
have-
out, grab drinks. Him and
Yes.
Nick. Yeah, shout out to Nick
Him
too.
and Nick. Him and Nick did a
Nick.
very beautiful job
Together.
producing that show.
That's true.
It is produced very well. You guys should definitely go check it out, man. That's
Yeah.
family over. That's home court. That felt like a Lakers Clippers game.
It did. It did.
Like we both recording in the same studio
That's
and
funny.
shit.
They put us on the
LeBron.
same.
Yeah.
Yeah, me and Alex actually had to like sit next to me.
Oh no, I saw it.
gotta
You guys
wish.
said this
Yeah,
little.
you gotta
like-
wish.
Slightly, you look. It
I was
looks
like,
slightly
yeah.
weird.
You
Just
gotta
no, no.
wish.
It actually
It was like
didn't.
Savon looked shy and shit.
Oh,
He was like, this
It
is
didn't look that
I was like, he
like
likes me.
stuff, but I just know
oh, shit,
how.
Alex likes
I
me.
just know the size of this couch in person. I was like, how do they fit?
Yeah, we lost weight that day.
Yeah, we made it work.
Yeah, I did make
I
it
sucked
work.
his stomach in. Know what I mean? He crossed his legs.
It was
Yeah.
fine.
He's like,
Yeah, it looks
fuck it.
fine.
You know what I'm saying?
Black
Yo,
boy
yeah,
joy.
you were LeBron and he AD.
Yeah, we just did what we had
I
to do.
feel
That's
that.
it. That's all.
Damn, I'm Westbrook.
It was-
Now you like Avery
See, I know
Bradley
what
with
this
that.
means now because I'm an analyst.
Got it.
Yeah, you LeBron and he AD. Reggie is
AD always injured. I'm always here for my game.
that's true. That's
Fuck
true.
out of here.
That's
Reggie,
facts.
I'm definitely mellow. I'm definitely mellow. I'm
Wow.
not OG on the block, low key.
you can be
Reggie
OG.
is Frank Vogel.
What does that mean?
The coach. He's the coach.
What he's
Reg.
saying is you ass.
You always. I did not say she's
Frank Vogel's ass, bro.
No, I did not. Frank Vogel is a good defensive
He's the
coach.
coach, and we be needing coaching because every time Reggie leaves us,
It
we
gets
go to
weird.
shit.
I just don't know if you guys are making this up or not.
No, we're not.
Okay.
Completely
dead ass.
legit.
Yeah,
Yeah,
you
we're supposed to
good.
talk about Valentine's Day, no?
Yes, let's get into it, man. Valentine's Day was this past week. Honestly, I feel like we kind of skip over these type of holidays just because they're not really like present in our lives and shit.
Not too much. Not anymore.
Well,
Yeah, Reggie.
The 1 week I was gone for 20 minutes, you guys fucking canceled Valentine's
Yeah,
Day.
we went crazy.
it hasn't been present, but
We walked out.
I will say that social media made it real tough to ignore this year.
Yes.
Social media made.
I didn't see
If
it.
you want to ignore it, you gotta ignore it. If that shit really bothers you, you have to learn how to ignore it. 'Cause
Y'all
it
are
can't
in
get
love.
overwhelming.
Bye.
Yeah, just don't look on social media if it bothers you, honestly, because
No.
people really let that get to him. Did it get to you?
To me, no.
Okay,
It didn't
see?
get to me.
See? You
No,
could just
it didn't.
ignore it.
But I could definitely see how it could get to people. Like, people was going crazy. Was it just my timeline, or
I
did
just
y'all
didn't
not
see it much.
It happens every year, though.
So,
People go,
Maybe they just know. Like, this nigga's not invested.
Early on, I'm
Maybe.
not going to lie, I didn't see as much, but as the
Okay.
day progressed,
You started to see it?
I started to see a lot of people get to it. I'm not going to lie, though. Just seeing stuff like that can put pressure on someone.
Yeah.
Like, imagine a couple who is discussed
Right.
that they're not going to celebrate it, and then, somebody hop on IG and just see 7-8 posts of certain gifts, and it might change the mental. I think it's interesting to highlight.
I think, you know what it is? I
Yeah.
think it does come with time, because for me personally and mine, I don't celebrate it at all. Like, we don't celebrate it. So it's like, I think that we're so strong within
And that works every year?
every year. We don't ever be like, maybe this year. We like, no.
Nothing shifts that.
No, nothing shit that. So I
you
think
guys are like over it.
yes,
I see,
and that's why I make sure I want to make sure I do speak from that perspective. We're just over it. I'm not saying that maybe
Right.
year 2, 3 it was like, maybe we should do something. Like there was a transition, like,
Okay.
and there was a conversation over time, like, yo, we really don't need this day. Like this day is really nothing. You know what I mean? Like let's
Gotcha.
just, and plus, I think it's with time. I think it just becomes a little less important. That day just is like, what is this day? Like it means nothing to us personally. You know what I mean? Like it's just a day that is a holiday. Like so. I don't celebrate.
Yeah, I feel like, if I was in a relationship, the bar was set high. Like the bar.
What you saw?
Because you know what it is this year, and maybe again it could have just been my algorithms. Y'all all know my algorithms are fucked. Like
they wild.
I don't know why, but
Nah, my shit's too.
normally you just see like these viral tweets of people like you may not know. Right, celebrating and I just gave my girl $5,000 and I
On
wrapped it up as
Valentine's?
bro. People were going crazy on my timeline. But this year was the first year. It was like people I knew in real life who was just going crazy.
It's because we're a little older now, and now like your friends are like older as well. So then
Maybe.
people started
Good
doing
point.
Yeah, I don't know. Maybe again, my algorithms they are a little off, so that could have played a little factor into it. But I just wanted to see how you guys' Valentine's Day went. Did you guys do anything special? Did you guys?
I want to hear from the cuff lovers.
How to? Yeah. Cuff lovers.
You
Cuff
know,
lovers?
The cuff lovers.
Y'all are the cuff lovers.
It's
on
so
this
easy for y'all to
episode.
talk about Valentine's Day, right? See,
Yeah.
y'all be so in love. I hate y'all.
So what you want to know about Valentine's Day, boy?
He just told us.
I know he ain't do nothing, right?
I told
No,
you, it
you just
is
went to
quick.
Miami. You just went to Miami on Valentine's Day
and
weekend,
laid
right?
on the beach
You see,
with
how
your
niggas do,
beautiful
right?
woman.
You see how they do, right?
I actually was traveling on. I actually came back on Valentine's Day. That's how disrespectful I am. You know what
Yeah.
I'm saying?
He was like, "Fuck that."
My
I was like,
fault. My
flights was way cheaper
Yo,
that day.
Alex, I know it's been a theme on this podcast where I asked you to be like my tag team partner in life.
That's crazy. And life is crazy.
Oh my god, you gotta say that in mad
for real,
gotta
it's
stop
been
saying
mad
that.
long,
You be
bro.
hearing him,
It's
I
been
bet.
mad long.
I be hearing him. And then he say mad long right after a statement like that. Then he say,
It's been a minute.
Do
It's
your
been a
thing.
while. We ain't been tag
Do
team
your
like
thing.
that.
Been a
Try
while.
to tag the nigga in. Nothing. So, bro, I think we can agree on something.
"What's up?"
And I think, hopefully, I don't know, because you don't be taking my compliments as compliments.
Yes, I do.
But I think what we can do is we
Savon's
can now shift
Yeah.
Devon Terrell as the mysterious cast member of this podcast.
Huh?
It used to be you. You're mad transparent,
Yo,
bro.
yo,
I can't lie, bro.
I'm
You
doing-
graduated to
I
like
did, right?
transparency, bro.
I
Like
make you feel
I
good.
know you.
This is
Thank
an
you, bro.
Like
important
I know
moment.
you now.
What's
Like I'm
happening?
like,
You
oh
always
shit,
do.
it's my guy.
What's happening?
But looking to my
Yo,
right,
but the thing is,
you kinda
he's
like-
not being mysterious right now.
No.
He told us exactly what
no.
he did
But
over
see,
the weekend.
what
Like,
you
That's-
want
but
me
see-
to
but
tell
see,
you?
he's
nah,
really being
no, no, no.
mad
I'm gonna say
honest.
more.
Like,
who's on your sex playlist?
Who's on my set? First of all, I don't listen to
You
music
don't
when
listen
I'm
to music
fucking.
when
Besides yourself.
It's not me. I don't listen to music when I'm fucking.
You never tried it.
Yeah, I tried it. I told you about the Holla Back Girl story when I was fucking.
but that's not
and Gwen
you.
Stefani came on and was like, that's my shit.
That's Gwen Stefani.
And that was, I never fucked the music ever again after that. I was like, that fucked my whole vibe
That's
up.
Gwen
'Cause I
Stefani,
really
though.
like that song.
That's funny as fuck, bro. I ain't
Wait,
gonna lie though.
you was fucking it.
Is a
Wait, this nigga did not fuck with it.
Yes, I did. Nigga, I was hitting and I felt a need to like go to that rhythm. I was like, damn, I really gotta speed this
You
up.
fuck to this?
I was hitting it.
Nah, you might be top 5.
Nah, you was giving it up to this,
You
bro.
gave it up to this.
And I said, and I was like, this is weird. Like we both kind of chuckled, like, what the fuck is on? Like this shit is kind of weird.
How you
Like,
even switch positions to this?
That's my shit.
Yeah, because
I think she realized I was drunk.
then she looked back and screamed, "It's my shit." That she just looked back. She get,
Because if you do go to the rhythm, it feels
hit her
weird.
from
But
the
if
back,
you
and
don't
she
go to the
like,
rhythm, it feels mad weird too.
It feels mad
Like,
weird too. So it's like, what am I
So
doing?
you had to do it.
And can I say, my brain is so hypersensitive to music.
Yes, of
that
course, yeah.
if you put on music, my brain, it's like
Yeah.
a jam.
And you
gotta
have
fuck to the beat.
rhythm.
Yeah,
You
I
can't not
write.
fuck on beat.
I can't.
I feel
I
you.
can't
I
write.
feel
I can't
you.
type.
Yeah,
If I'm
yeah,
like, I'll be like, yo, can you play? You see me in here sometimes. I'm like, can you turn it down? I can't think.
Yeah.
I'm like that
My
too.
brain is too
I'm like that
hypersensitive
too.
to
Yeah.
music. Like I can't. That's why I don't listen to it in my car.
That
or
might
nothing.
be like the perfect sex song. She's whispering, "That's my shit. That's my shit."
That's mad
That's
sexy.
That's
my
gonna
move.
fuck
I ain't
me
gonna
up.
hold you when I'm chilling. I'll be like, "Yo, that's my shit."
That's gonna
That's
fuck.
the move
This
right
is a
there,
sick.
bro.
This is sick. Yeah, this is sick.
My fault. My fault.
Yo,
my
put on that
fault.
Gwen
My
Stefani.
fault, my fault. Hold up,
Come on,
listen,
Savon, that's her
listen.
pussy.
Anytime.
Ain't your shit.
Yo,
She was killing my shit. That's my move right there.
The only thing I would fuck with is my boy. He used to fuck with dance hall music. Anytime I walk by his
that's a
room
whole different
Nah,
mood.
and I heard dance hall, and he was a Puerto Rican.
Arrested.
That's
man.
like after
It threw me
party
off.
mood.
He never listened to dance hall outside of sex. Like it was like only sex. He would listen to dance hall music. It's my roommate, and it threw me off. I was like, why does he have this? And I knew his playlist. I was like, oh, he fucking
Nah,
dance.
I know why. Because they talking about cocky, up and down. They talking about some shit.
Whatever
in
he
that.
was
he
into.
said
They
dance
talk-
hall.
Dance hall.
Dance hall,
yeah, not
reggae dance
reggae.
hall.
When
Yeah.
all I heard was dance,
Yeah.
so I just took the first part of that word, and this was the first song that came to my
What
mind.
the fuck you thought he was playing?
Here you go. Look.
Hold up, bro.
you
How do
go.
I play this?
This is my shit, by the way. But that's
It's
a
playing,
nasty
it's
thing to fuck to.
Bro, all I heard was dance. I'm like, why is your friend doing this?
This is a nasty thing to fuck to.
Nah,
But listen, like,
This shit
Hey,
is
to
it's
each,
hard
to
though.
each their own.
nah, but if you could fuck,
This is New Year's Eve.
Imagine this.
One more time. Ooh, it's
I don't know when this is
best
gonna
we're
drop,
gonna
but it was supposed to
celebrate.
been drop.
I'm not,
but yeah,
I'm
bro.
not gonna lie. If you could fuck to this, hit me up.
Hit me up.
Yeah, cause you got some rhythm. If you could catch this beat, boom, boom, with.
Oh yeah.
I thought you was
Hit me
getting
up.
right to this.
Nah, I
I'm
ain't gonna
like,
hold
yo,
you.
this
I
nigga got
ain't
the
get to
crazy
this.
hits.
You might get a happy fuck out of me.
Nah, you might.
a happy
with
one.
like
Might
your
be in that
hands in
shit
the
for
air.
an hour. This shit just make you want to keep going like exercise.
Nah, that's my.
You know
I
what
like
I'm
that.
saying?
I
You know
love
when
pop
you
music. by the way.
exercise, you
You're
got
like
to
a
make
aerobics
it go.
class?
I love pop
So when you
music.
said dance, I'm like, oh, they was getting into that. Like,
I can't fuck to that. I would have been. I would have stopped fucking so fast if I heard that
Daft
song.
Punk. Wow.
Daft Punk.
Like
Fucking Daft Punk
Punk
is
is
crazy.
Crazy.
Can't fuck the
Or
music.
like Dua Lipa or some shit.
Yeah, I
No,
really can't though,
not
to this
at
day.
all.
And I
Not
love
at all.
music, but I
Dua.
really cannot. I don't know what it is.
Yeah.
You know what it is? I'm gonna be honest with you. Like,
You said Dua
yo,
Lipa.
like if I hear a male's voice,
It turns you off.
I might just
You
get
go
the-
soft?
I might get the gummy. You know what I'm saying? Because my brain be paying attention to too many things at the same time.
Wait.
I never called a soft dick.
Wait,
gummy.
the
I
gummy.
never heard that one. I'm not
The
gonna
gummy, the gum, the gum
gummy?
drop.
Okay.
You might
all
go
right.
flaccid.
You know what I'm saying? I might go flash on it. You know what I'm saying? We can still get it popping with the gummy now.
Yo.
But things be popping when you get a
I ain't gonna lie.
But things be popping when you got a hard candy.
You can get it popping with the gummy.
Yeah, hold on. Yeah, I was
get
like,
it
wait,
popping
wait,
with
wait.
the gummy.
Oh wait, hold up.
Alex, I don't know about that one.
Yo, you get it popping.
What the fuck you doing with the gummy
I ain't gonna
worm?
lie.
I bet. So you got your harder gummies, your softer gummies, you got your hard candy. Let's stop acting like we don't know what's
Nah,
going on.
there's three. There's three.
All right now.
There's a gummy. Okay, there's like a flaccid gummy.
There you go.
Then there's like a mid soft.
There you go.
And
Of
then it's
course.
like
then you
I'm
got
here.
that gummy that just
Yeah.
you was on it,
Can
but
I
2
say-
seconds ago you seen something that threw you off.
That's
But it's gummy.
It's gummy.
But-
Can I say something
what I'm
about that mid gummy?
Okay.
The mid gummy is what you want her to see when you first whip it out.
Oh yeah.
Because when you whip it out, you like,
Then
damn,
she thinks
like,
that.
oh,
Yeah,
yeah.
she thinks
The
that
mid
that's
gummy
like
is your
soft.
best friend.
That's
The
your-
mid gummy is your best
Because when she see
friend.
it out and it's dropping,
Yeah.
but it's, you know, it's a little extendo.
When that shit is regular gummy though,
Yeah, not regular
what is
gummy.
you doing?
Yeah, you're not seeing me regular gummy.
Yeah, we not doing.
Man,
it. Okay.
flaccid,
Yeah,
swinging,
yeah,
da da da.
yeah,
You're not seeing that.
Yeah,
Like, you're not gonna see it
you
flaccid.
take a step and your shit just bounces.
Yeah,
that'd be
Fuck,
whack.
nigga. Have some fucking
why my
respect for
balls in
yourself.
mine?
yourself.
That's a fact.
Yeah.
So mid gummy is the best gummy to show.
There you go.
Yeah,
From the Need to Know podcast. What
this
you need
is
to
a
know when you
nasty
need to know.
It-
on the Need to Know podcast.
Nah, bro. I
We
think
get to
we
some
give
things
out
here today.
like life gems, bro.
I think so.
I ain't gonna lie,
I think
that
there's
was
a lot of people who just walk around flaccid. Like just walking around with no stiffness.
okay.
And that's that
hope
gotta
Or they
suck,
feel like
bro.
they have to wait till the full stiffness. But now they
Yeah.
know that they don't have
There's
to.
an in between.
There's an in-between.
There's a mid-range shot. Like Reggie.
It is
so
a
we're gonna
mid-range shot.
we're gonna do like basketball terms for you, Reggie,
Yeah,
right?
yeah.
No,
so
I
there's a
already
layup.
know.
You know
No,
what I'm saying?
Yes, I know what a layup is.
You know the mid-range shot? You know the mid-range, like a two-pointer?
in the mid range.
There you go.
You get it? You get it? And then there's like
The
a
more you
three-pointer.
know.
And then the three-pointer is like the extended version of what we need. So we need to be, just living that mid-range. Michael Jordan made a career out of it. Kobe Bryant made a career
lot
out
of
of it.
niggas made
It's
a career
nothing
out of
wrong,
that
fellas,
mid-range.
with the mid-range. Just make sure you are not always in the paint.
That's
'Cause when
right.
you always in the paint,
That's a fact.
your shit get blocked. Your shit get blocked. She might not call you
This
back,
is a
brother.
wild ass.
She might not call you back.
But you know what it is?
was
Everybody ain't
you.
been. It's always me. I learned that in life.
Gummy.
It's always
Mid gummy is crazy.
Nah, listen. Think about it. What was we talking about? We talking about love, right?
We were talking about Valentine's Day and how much you
Valentine's
guys
Day,
Valentine's
Super
Day.
Bowl.
Nah, it's gummies in Valentine.
We got a lot to discuss.
I felt like weird posting what we did. Like I felt
What you mean?
weird. Like I didn't feel the need to post it, even though we're clearly madly in love, having this great day.
Yeah.
And just I don't know, feeling the need. I'm like, oh, am I supposed to post something? So I didn't post shit.
I think that's growth in your situation as well.
But we've never really been like that though. We don't really.
Yeah?
I'm the one, if anything, that tweets like, "Oh my god, I love my boyfriend." But like we don't post on social media like that much of each other.
Okay.
Or anything like that. And then
That's good. That's
also
healthy.
one of our friends. They're like the most toxic couple I've ever witnessed in my whole
But
life.
you
Like
never
a
keep
month,
them around.
like a month ago,
They're
like
fine.
they were.
subbing me.
Huh?
Why
Nothing.
you
I'm
subbing
fucking
me? He
with
said, "Fucking."
I
But what you say a month ago?
I didn't say it.
She said, "I didn't say it."
He said it.
I'm
We can
interested.
expand on that if you want. But, the most toxic couple we know, like they were posting 50 stories of each other, like, oh, always and forever. I'm like, yo, can you fucking stop?
It's always
But it's
those.
whatever. I don't really care. It was
Shout
just
out to
funny.
them.
It was funny because
You gotta
people feel like overcompensating, like trying to post their love and shit. That's where it comes
I
from.
get it. I super get it.
So yeah.
I think the
but
only
it
thing
was
people gonna see from me is like when I like propose or some shit like that.
Okay,
Yeah.
sure.
I think that'll be it.
Sure.
I think that's the only thing I fucking.
I was gonna call you this weekend.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay.
Wait, what?
I ain't gonna lie.
Yo, are you gonna expand on that? Wait, what?
You look at his eyes too.
I was like, where's this going?
Yeah, you kind of got like, oh
at his
yeah.
eyes.
Okay,
I was
say
like,
what?
yeah.
Because I gotta really dig deep to find motivation in life sometimes. And
Okay.
so I was just like, God damn, I want to call my guy, and I stood at my mom's crib because y'all know I was out whatever trying to fix myself and everything.
Right.
So I
Yeah.
had like a small procedure on my sinuses, which is
Oh,
why I didn't
got
come in.
you.
Yeah.
Right,
So I
right,
didn't
right.
come in last week,
Right.
and so for me to recover, I didn't want to be alone. I didn't want to, so I was at my
you need
mom's
your
crib.
mom's
So
Yeah.
I stood at my
That's
mom's.
natural.
So I got a chance to kind of just kick it with her, and I was talking to her. And you guys, y'all come up every single day
Yeah.
of my life for the most part.
Sure.
Like when I'm talking to people,
Same.
You
I am
like
very
us.
proud to say like this is the crew, the cast, the
same,
people
same.
that I get
Nah,
to work
me too.
with.
Yeah.
Dead ass.
And so y'all came up naturally,
Everyone
and
loves
then Devon, you've and this is serious. Like this is not even a joke. You've inspired us on such a level with just your career, your businesses. You know what I'm saying? Your mindset, and obviously your home. Like it's an inspiration. And I was talking to my mom, and now this is not serious. I just got a different.
had to turn the light off on that one. Turn the
This
lights
is not
off.
serious. But I dead ass sometimes like I look at your home and I feel like I could just give anybody a tour of it. So I was gonna call you and tell you
you
like,
see him,
yo,
right?
I'm
You
bringing
see
my
him,
mom to your house,
see him,
Okay.
and I'm gonna show her your crib.
I would fucking
him,
hate
right?
that.
I was dead ass.
I'd be like,
yo, I gotta show
yo.
my mom what your beautiful crib
And I'd be like,
looks
say, Mom, please go home.
I would have said, I'll be in the basement, but I'll leave the door open.
I guess.
Yo, bro,
Say
I'm
what?
coming, pulling up. But,
fine.
Look
Yeah.
what
Fucking
Savon in
fine.
the crib thinking about.
Yeah.
Sometimes
Giving
nigga- I like
tours
that.
at a crib that's not his. But that- I like
Were
that.
your guys' homes like that? Like, where like mad friends can just come over whenever?
Yeah, my
Hell
house was
yeah.
like
Your
that.
ha- really?
I make it very like in my crib. Sometimes if you come to my crib randomly, you'll see like a cousin or
Same.
like just someone there.
No, but not cousin, though, like friends.
Yeah, like a friend can come too, but they know what it is. Like it's just like if I say I can pull up. I'm like I'm just doing ABC, but yeah you can pull up and I'll do what I'm doing and you can entertain yourself. Like go do what you want. Go in the pool, go chill.
How How about you, Alex?
I never,
Like my sister
I
comes
wasn't
over.
like that.
Nah, you wasn't like.
I
yeah.
was not even my close friend. Not. I feel like nobody has seen my room.
Yo.
It's just like my sanctuary. I don't know,
Oh,
and
that's
just
interesting.
people being able to pull up on me anytime. And when I'm at home, I look like I got hit by a bus. Like I look so bad.
Holy
No,
shit.
men are like, what do you guys have to do?
Reggie,
What?
don't want to see it.
What?
I got another confession.
What?
So my brother pulled up to my crib, right? And y'all know I work primarily from
What was
home.
you about to
Yeah.
say?
And so
don't
I do
know,
a
I'm
lot of
scared.
Zoom meetings and WebEx meetings and Google Team meetings.
Yeah,
So what
sir.
happened?
really in that game?
Yeah, I'm in the
Yes,
game.
sir.
I'm in the game.
Corporate-
I'm in the game.
corporate
I
say,
am
corporate
a
say.
corporate
Right.
man to the fullest. So
Literally.
I was at the crib and I forgot that my brother, he was coming through. So he pulled up to my crib. He's like, "Yo, what's good, bro?" He was like, "Yo, you just finished cutting your hair?" I'm like, "What you mean?" So what I do, since I don't have hair, is I'll cut the front half. Because that's what they get to see on the camera.
You lying.
And then the
Savon.
whole
Savon,
other
you
half of my
lying.
head, bro.
You're better than that.
Bro, the whole other half
Why
of my
not
head just be wild, like looking
You're already
like
there,
an
just
afro.
say-
Bro, I
shave it
swear, I promise you. In the comfort of my home, I don't shave my whole head.
And
It'll
on the
take,
Zoom
like,
call, you can
a
throw a little
minute of
beanie
your
or whatever.
time.
Right?
Yeah, like, or if I just want them to
Yeah.
think I got the front clean, the front be clean as
You are
fuck.
better
Yo,
person
the
than
back
that.
be
That is
crazy.
the weirdest thing I've ever heard in my life.
You're a demon.
You could
He's a
take an
demon.
I don't
extra
know why I'm
60
telling y'all
seconds
this.
to,
Why
you
you
know,
like this?
finish.
I was rushing.
You a better person than that.
I am.
You
I
scared
should
your little
be.
brother?
better than that.
I should be.
You just do
That
your whole
was so
shit, man.
strange, Savon.
I think I
Not
was.
gonna lie.
No, I'm good now.
I don't trust his
I'm
head.
good right now. I'm good right now. If I take the hat off, I'm
if
good.
he take his hat off and he got like a fucking half moon, but his shit
Have you ever
halfway
showed
done
up
in
to
the
the
back.
studio like that? Be honest. But you just hit it
You
with
did
your...
that before? You showed up? Yeah,
Yeah,
right.
yeah.
Savon, you better than that,
Y'all
man.
would never know.
I know,
just-
but you're better than that,
I would
man.
not, I'm not.
No, he pays for that apartment. Fuck all that.
A man that
Get
understands.
your shit off, bro.
Yeah. 'Cause I would have visitors.
I get the sentiment
It's
because
me and
that's
my
like
dog.
that's like when women, you know, they don't shave their legs or something like that. I get that, but that is just so weird.
That's
Savon.
nutty.
Like,
But
what?
nobody, you would not, nobody
Like-
will ever see it. I'm
But I
giving
think-
it up myself.
I think
don't
it's
know why
weird to
I'm
be
telling
naked in the
myself.
crib. I think that's
What
weird.
kind of naked?
You
There's
don't like
levels to
Fully
naked.
naked.
Walking
If you're
around
fully
with
naked, just
dick
walking
out
around the
swinging?
crib
With the
I'm
gummy?
not.
Why
You
not?
don't walk around with the gummy?
Nah.
I wouldn't walk around naked in my crib.
I mean, but you live with like people.
That too.
Like,
But
is that why?
But during the day, there's no one at home. I don't even like being naked in front of my dog. I don't get naked in front of my
Why?
dog.
Why?
Because it's just like,
Say more.
can I tell you really why?
Yes,
Because
Dev,
my
'cause
dick's
he tryna-
swinging,
he
and I don't
tryna-
want her to fucking. That's not my fear. Like she'll
She
just
might
fucking.
try to nibble it. Think
Oh,
it's a toy.
nigga, just swipe my shit one time.
She
Like,
is feisty. She is
like
feisty.
my dog will be like,
She is feisty.
Is your shit by your ankle, nigga? What the fuck you
"Hey,
mean?
nigga, look, what the fuck
What kind
I'm
of dick this
So I
nigga
told you the
got?
gummy-
All I'm
This
saying
nigga
is-
said, yo, I
Yo.
want my dog to
Yo.
confuse my dick
My
with a
dog
toy.
see something moving like this, she gonna be like,
Oh,
oh,
let me go. I'm
Boxing.
she gonna tap. So I'm scared. I've always been scared to have my dick out around my dog. Like I'm like,
Yo,
Bro,
how did we get here?
That's
I don't
mad
know.
weird. I don't know.
I don't know how we got here.
Like, put some clothes on, bro. Put on some boxes
But
at
it's
least.
the comfort of your own home.
Yeah, but what if an ant crawling your booty because you ain't dust up your house that week?
I ain't
I don't
gonna
have
lie.
ants in my
Think about
bed.
this shit.
I ain't gonna lie. You
Not
gotta
my
be
house,
careful when you sleep naked.
Yo,
Because sometimes you can get the shit that can
I'm
get in
telling
your
you.
with your pee hole
You
and shit. You
never
gotta
know.
be careful.
Yo,
'Cause
you probably got
Nah.
mad lint in your cooch.
dead ass.
No
you can
clue.
get honestly, it's
Would
not
never
safe
clue.
to sleep naked. Like it's not safe
Yeah.
to sleep naked in the bed. Like shit could get in your pee hole or your track or so you can get fucked up like
Think
that.
about it.
I'm dead ass.
Think about it.
I don't like
didn't-
sleeping naked.
Have I ever
That is
I-
serial
showered
killer
with-
shit.
Pierre
Well,
just
he just
asked if
asked-
we have ever showered with the lights off.
Who does that?
I
No.
would rather die. Like, I would
Pierre-
be so scared.
Who does that?
You gotta
Pierre,
light a
what's
candle.
not.
You got. I've done that, but I've lit in a candle. So like the lights be completely off.
But
I-
no, that's
it's a
completely different.
candle.
That's
That's a
different. That's a
in
mood.
a-
Like, that's
Y'all
Okay,
niggas
okay.
is from 1745
Pierre, why?
or some shit.
Yeah.
The fuck is up with y'all?
Yo, you gotta get a mic.
What
I
the
like
fuck?
in a candle and taking a shit, and I shit with the lights off. I want to see what I'm doing.
Do I gotta start checking in on you?
Call
That
this
is
nigga.
so.
I'm about to
Yo,
start
we found
calling
out
you.
Savon shaves half his
I'm
head.
about to start
we found out
calling these
Pierre
niggas right
takes
here.
shits in the
What
dark.
are y'all niggas doing to your bodies?
I'm gonna call these niggas.
It's
bo-
relaxing. It's relaxing.
My
Why,
body
What's
is a
relaxing
temple.
about no light, huh?
why y'all taking showers with no
Woosah,
lights on?
huh?
Wait, why?
It's relaxing. Like so.
That's scary. No, I
I
know.
listen to audiobooks in the shower.
Okay, same.
Yeah.
I want to be
You're
Will
in the
Smith so
dark.
bad.
I listen to audiobooks.
self.
What's wrong with that?
You niggas is freaks.
You're all
That's wrong.
sudsy
I
and
shouldn't do
dark.
that.
You can't even see the. You're right. You can't even wash yourself because I'm like, yo, I got suds
I need to know where it's going.
But I usually light a candle. I'm not complete darkness. Like that's just crazy. I normally have a candle on.
Oh, that's so scary.
If I was your roommate, I'd go and just walk away.
See, then you get beat up with the fucking gummy.
Fighting me naked.
Now you get beat up while the gummy out.
But let's be real.
Now
Everybody
you get
gummy
beat up while the
different.
gummy out.
Everybody gummy different.
That's a
Fighting
fact.
me naked
But you
is
still gonna get
crazy.
like,
I'm
you
not
gotta
gonna lie.
get.
I'll scream.
So
I'll
then,
scream.
leave my
I'll
candle
scream.
light.
Nah, like if a nigga try to fight me naked,
I'm screaming.
come on, man.
I'm
I'ma
screaming.
arrest him.
It would be so.
I'm screaming. And I'm screaming.
Yeah.
Like
It's
that's
just
why. Don't fight me
stunning.
naked.
Like it's
Don't
just
fight
like
me
what
naked.
is happening?
That's actually one of my fears in life, to fight naked. That's one of my
Yeah,
top
you're
5
mad
fears.
vulnerable in that state. Like,
Yeah.
oh.
My fear is just dying naked and now whoever fucked you just looking at your whole body like yo,
Like
this
somebody
nigga,
cover me up.
This nigga missed the gym for mad days.
No, I've thought about that. I've thought about that.
Love handles. Look at this nigga. Like, yo, I didn't even know he was built like
Yo,
this.
you see
You're
your
a little,
soul.
you're a little
I'm
flabby.
dead.
You're a little flabby.
Just leave me the fuck alone.
You see your soul leaving your body and judging you? Look at this nigga. Your soul judging you from an aerial view. Look at this nigga right here.
Damn, son.
Trash.
This how I had to go
Wow.
out? It's like, niggas just gonna see me like this
Bro.
in my most vulnerable state.
For a coroner to look at you and say this nigga body is trash is for you to think that is crazy.
Oh, God, that
I've
ass,
thought
bro.
about this before, because when you get in an accident and you go to the hospital, they have to like cut all your clothes off.
Yeah,
And I'll be like,
you
oh.
get naked. Yeah.
Yeah.
But I don't mind that because that's your job.
Right.
But if you just find me butt ass, if I'm just dead naked,
Dick
or some
out, I'm
shit,
be tight.
dick
I'm
out,
not gonna lie, I'm
ass
be
out,
tight.
Yo,
bro,
no,
like,
the person who finds you, that is traumatizing them for life.
wild.
Holy
Walk in,
shit.
imagine I'm gonna go check Savon. I walk in, I see this nigga, I'm like,
And he's on the floor.
This nigga.
bro, you can't help because now my death is not even
And his-
significant.
and his ass
Now my
cheeks are
death,
like-
yeah, my death is not
I'm gonna call
significant.
911, then I'm gonna hit the chat. I'm like, yo, this
Because-
nigga Savon.
He really did this.
Because you found me butt ass naked, like, oh nah.
this
See
is-
now you
I got
laughing.
so
while
many
I'm
questions
wrong.
about
This
this
is
shit.
so.
Why is he
I'm
naked?
so uncomfortable
I'm
right now.
cool, bro.
My
I'm
fault, Reg.
cool.
I'm HR right
No,
now.
because when
My
we
fault.
talk about this, we have
Talk
to
to HR.
picture it. Like,
Yeah, like, why we doing this?
Talk to
Ass
HR.
up
What you want to talk
and
about?
ass tooted.
I put him on suspension.
Yeah, my fault, bro.
Y'all niggas need to stop getting naked and with lights out. Like, just everybody put on clothes
Pierre.
and just stop.
Yeah.
no,
Y'all are
I don't know. No,
fucking
I don't know.
serial
I don't
killers.
agree. I think in the comfort of your own home, you deserve to be naked.
You deserve to be naked.
I'm
Yeah.
naked
You
for
can sleep
10
naked.
seconds.
It's fine,
So now
ladies.
what?
You can sleep naked.
Let
Don't
me give you a
listen to them.
scenario. What happened when you fart and you think it's a fart, but it's a boobie?
That's a
You
bad
sleeping
day.
naked.
I mean, that
shit
You gotta live
Naked?
with your own decisions.
That's genetics.
That happened. Wait, you shitted on yourself naked?
You never shorted as a kid?
Yeah, but naked.
Yeah,
shitting
but we're
on
not
yourself
kids
while
anymore.
naked
We're not
is-
kids
Nah, I never did that, but
crazy.
imagine them.
You don't know what the difference.
shit on yourself?
You don't. Your body don't indicate what's a fart and what's a shit.
Oh, you
Nah,
never,
hell
you
no.
never sharded on yourself.
You never shorted on
I
yourself.
have not.
I made that
have.
mistake.
As a kid?
Nah, you ain't
But
old
maybe-
enough. Don't worry, your body gonna get fucked up like
Telling
mine.
you.
Don't worry.
Keep eating that cheese.
Yeah.
Keep eating that cheese you like.
Your
Watch.
body's is still good. That's how I know your body's still good. Don't worry.
Yes, and I've been taking like my probiotics and shit. I'm good.
You good.
I'm
Alright,
good. I'm not
Fuck
accident.
around.
I'm not
One
accident.
day you gonna sit and you
Yo.
gonna be like, I gotta fart. And you go, oh,
Wait, hold on.
No.
That was a spicy fart.
There was no, you gonna feel moisture. That's what fucks you up. And you go, oh my god, I
I'm
shit on
so
myself.
sorry to our listeners right
Word.
now. Like this is a little. This is so
we ain't
unhinged.
talking about nothing.
We talk about nothing.
We
This
ain't
is
talking about
unhinged.
anything.
We just missed each other.
Speaking of unhinged,
Yeah, I ain't see you in a while. Sorry.
I don't know if y'all want to start with
That's a
Kanye
nasty run. Sorry.
or the baby. What do y'all want to begin? Because I have a
oh
lot of
my
things to say about both of these two gentlemen.
Oh, boy.
They have taken over our headlines, our news, our social media. And so we can start with those two. It's not really much to talk about the halftime show, right? The Super Bowl was cool.
I'm real
I'm sure
lit.
everybody had a good time.
Oh, Super Bowl was
Yeah,
amazing.
yeah. Shout out to
I mean, the
the
performance
halftime.
was great.
The Super Bowl was cool too as
It was.
well.
It was a good game because it was like mad close.
Yeah,
Was
it
not?
was a good game. It was a good game.
See our sports analyst right there.
You feel me?
Look, she on it now. Look, on the, she know football too. Look.
I'm glad
I could do it all.
I'm glad Odell got his ring.
Yeah.
And I'm not a
Yeah.
football guy, but when I seen him, can I be honest with you? This is how bad I am at football as of right now. I happened to be watching it. I was at a restaurant and I happened to be watching it.
Mm-hmm.
And I seen the first touchdown. I was like, LA Rams, Odell Beckham. I said, oh shit, Odell on the Rams?
You wasn't even knowing.
The game got way better than me. I was like, oh shit, I
And
hope
then he got
win.
injured.
Yeah.
And then he got injured, and that broke my heart. And I was like, wow. And then to see him get his ring, I'm so happy for him. So I hope he feels fulfilled. and
Absolutely.
that's it. There was ESPN posted something. You saw that? It was like the 3D thing of him walking. It was like his journey that inspired the fuck out of me. It was like him through high school, college, all the football teams, and then he got his chip. So I'm proud of him.
I think for me, when we talk about sports on this podcast, it's always important to like connect it to real life. And so the fact that you mentioned Odell, I think, you know, if you follow sports or if you just follow the media, honestly, they really try to paint a picture of Odell Beckham, right? Like he was wilding off field. Like he's never been a bad person. He's never been a criminal. He's never done any of those, you know, like I think he's been passionate about the game and you know, the media, they pick and choose who they want to support. Yeah. And, you know, a lot of his antics and a lot of his expression is a little bit resemblance of Tom Brady, in my opinion, where just passion on the field. But I think because he is a black man, because he is flamboyant, because he is entertaining, right? I think there's certain aspects like Tom Brady, you won't look at him and think he's entertaining. Like he's not dancing. He doesn't have the brand of like the hair. You know what I'm saying? Like he is the great American story. Yes. Right? Yeah. Like you look at him and you just think America. Yes. And the history of what this country is.
He's right.
But that's what it is.
It's so
right?
true, bro.
You just see the flag when you see his name.
You see like a white picket fence.
You see a movie, right?
Yeah.
Like fucking American Super Bowl hero, right? Married to Super Bowl model. You know, like it's just a classic story. And when you see Odell, it's a little bit different from the traditional American story. You see a young black man who's confident in himself, who dances, who scores, who's talented, and they both have a lot of passion on and off the field. Sure. And so for me, you know, somebody who does keep up with football, I wanted to see Odell win just because I saw what the media tried to do to his name. They tried to smear him. You know, if you really get into like the politics of football, and this is just my conspiracy, I cannot confirm this information, but I think when Odell asked to be traded from the New York Giants, they sent him to Cleveland. Cleveland is historic, or not, he didn't ask to be traded, but when they did decide to trade him, he didn't ask to be traded. When they decided to trade him, they didn't trade him in a position where he can excel. So like a purgatory. They sent him to the shithole of shitholes. Yeah. Okay. Like they sent him to Cleveland.
I won't say that, but okay.
Bro, their name is the Cleveland Browns. Doodoo is brown. They sent that nigga to shit, bro. Like, let's keep it a buck. The team never won anything. Historically, they're bad. So they sent him to the shithole, the Cleveland shitholes. Like, they
Shout
suck.
to Cleveland.
I'm gonna see you guys tomorrow.
Yo,
I'm listening to this like, fuck.
We can't go to Utah. We can't go to Cleveland now.
No, but I'm talking about the sports organization.
Okay.
That's the city.
No, but they know they shitty. They know the city know they shitty. Fuck out of here. Like, we're not doing that.
We're never getting a
keeping it a
LeBron
band.
sponsorship.
Bro, he would tell you the Cleveland Browns are shitty. And he from Cleveland.
Okay. No, he won't. He won't tell you that.
I think they just threw him in the worst position possible to set him up for failure. Yeah. And then they tried to like make it like he couldn't perform and he couldn't do his thing. So long story short, I just enjoy seeing people like that kind of story. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? People win. You know?
Now he won a fucking Super Bowl.
Exactly.
The highest of the highest.
It's like bittersweet though, because like I feel like if he didn't get injured so early, like he would have probably had like a phenomenal game. Like he was doing so well.
But I'm glad he did contribute and got a touchdown.
Yeah. Oh my God. Before he got injured,
he got a touchdown for him. So.
And I'm glad he kind of got his Super Bowl before his age got too far. You know, with wide receivers, there's certain positions in the NFL who don't necessarily have the longest lifetime. So I'm glad he just got one in real quick. Add that to your legacy. Move forward. Speaking of age, wow, guys, I think we are officially old.
Why?
See, we joke a lot about being old. But see, the halftime show is what made me. What Reggie said?
She said, "Speak for yourself."
Nah,
25 is young. Is it not?
So you want to tell the people I saw on Twitter, Reggie? Let me tell you what I saw during the Super Bowl.
Oh my God! I didn't. Go ahead.
So personally, I was elated, excited.
It was amazing.
I know Snoop Dogg was gonna smoke before the performance. I knew what it was gonna look like. I knew it was gonna be beautiful. Right. So when the Super Bowl performance started, I'm starting to see a lot of. I guess this is Gen Z and latter millennials. Yo, this Super Bowl is for 30 and up. We don't want to see these old niggas.
You saw that?
Yes.
I didn't see that.
Maybe I don't even follow people who speak like that. Who dare to speak like that.
My algorithm is,
I like my algorithm better than yours now.
I didn't see
I used to like yours a little bit better, but I'll take the fitness booty and old heads.
That's what I was seeing on my shit. And it made me kind of pause like, damn, 50 Cent was 03. Eminem's run was a while ago.
Yeah.
Mary was a wow. That's the 90s, early 2000s.
Damn, man, are we really getting old, bro? For a while, I thought we were still the young bucks in this, but I think
you still gotta appreciate that fucking
No, yeah.
music.
It's even young people.
In the club?
I feel like even young people should have appreciated how legendary that was.
I didn't hear that. I didn't see that.
I saw Matt 50 Cent hanging upside down.
Hard, the
Come on.
nostalgia. Whoa.
Come
when I see
on.
that, when they did like that and did like that, and 50 came down, I screamed.
Come on. His old ass was holding his breath.
Me too.
Go.
I was like,
I
come on,
don't,
50.
but I don't know if y'all saw the video. He lifted
mad
himself
tired.
up.
Yeah, I saw it.
He did a
No
whole
assistance.
pull-up, flipped himself upside down to prepare for that.
Nah,
Wait,
that's fly.
That takes mad
You mean for the
physical
performance
strength.
or?
Yeah, he's still in shape.
Oh,
Like people,
shit.
I saw a little bit of out of shape. I was like, he did a chin up like a fucking lift.
Yeah, you
Yeah,
try.
yeah.
Yeah, you try doing it.
He just
Damn.
lifted himself up. He probably was
did.
like, I got it. Like I'm
Yeah.
good. Like
Yeah.
don't
I
worry
can't
about
do
it.
that at
Yeah.
age 25.
Yeah.
So, all right.
got up there.
So
Fuck
maybe it's
outta
my
here.
algorithm because I'm thinking like in the club 50 Cent, I just thought everybody would be excited for
I
that.
think
you had
maybe
Kendrick.
maybe a
You had
few
Kendrick.
tweets like that, but overall, I thought people thought it was.
Pretty
I thought it was
solid.
dope. I thought it was
I loved
epic.
it. I thought
Like
it
I
was
said,
fire.
it really
Yeah.
felt like a short 15-minute
Yeah.
Avengers movie.
It
Like,
did.
It did.
They
It
just
did.
kept
That's a
popping.
beautiful
And the fucked up
rendition,
thing is, like, you knew who was performing.
It was so
You
good.
knew.
The only person who we didn't know was 50, right?
yeah,
but
yeah.
outside of that, we knew who was on stage.
Yeah.
And I still felt that same excitement. So I think they did a phenomenal job of just
amazing.
introducing
Ooh.
and weeding through the acts. You know what I'm saying? You had something to say?
And
The
let's talk about how amazing it was that it was in California and they did so many songs to pay tribute to
California
how
love.
beautiful California is
That's
and
what
the
you're supposed to
culture.
do.
Yes.
It was the first time I felt
They
like,
used it well.
damn, New York ain't like the
I mean,
mecca of
no
something.
one said all that.
That's how I felt.
Well,
because
damn.
I can't connect. Like, I know what it means, you know, I understand, but that's not those aren't our anthems. California Love, you know what it does for
That's-
somebody,
that's out
but
there.
I can't imagine what that
yeah.
does for somebody in LA.
Absolutely.
Exactly.
Yeah, that's
Yeah,
what
that's
I
probably
Snoop
like
up
they-
there. Oh,
Yeah,
yeah.
seeing
Question-
What is that to them?
I have a question for right. I think I'm going
What?
the same direction with
What's
you.
up?
I have a question for you. What would be the New York equivalent of that show?
Empire State of Mind.
All right,
Yo,
why you
don't do that,
shitting?
bro.
See, I was really gonna. I really wanted to have a come in nigga shitted immediately. And
That's
State
not
of
what we're
Mind.
doing, bro.
What you?
Okay,
that's,
who-
that's the
Who would
California
be our
love.
Dr. Dre on our side?
Who would be our
Diddy.
Dr.
Dr.
Let's
Dre?
start
Dre.
there.
Oh, I thought you were
Probably-
going to
on
ask.
our side.
On New York side?
It'll
On-
probably be Diddy. It has to be
It has
Diddy.
to be Diddy.
Gotta
Yeah,
be
that's-
It has to be
Oh.
Diddy.
Because I'm still
That would
jacking
be
that.
fire. Wait,
That's
did
New
Diddy
York.
ever do a half?
It would be Diddy.
It
Or
has
wouldn't
to.
it be
What?
Jay?
Yeah.
Would it be Jay?
I mean, well, Dr. J,
Nah,
Dr. Dre, I
in
look at
terms
him
of
as a
what-
producer.
Yeah, producer first.
I think, I look at Dr. Dre as a producer.
So I think I'm
and
looking
Diddy
at it
is
more as
that too.
contribution as opposed to like, oh, Doctor is a producer. We all know that. I'm just thinking about contribution as
Okay.
far as the basket of artists that we know he would be able to pull out of the New York
And
bag.
songs he was involved in. and
Okay.
stuff.
Yeah, because
Okay.
Mary, think about it. Mary is us.
Yeah.
Yeah.
She's actually us. That's
New York.
really us. So you could pull. So I'm just thinking about contribution wise, like Jay-Z, the people he's given us. Who would he pull? Like who would be
That's
the
actually-
people to
It,
pull?
it would
course
still be
Kanye.
it would still be Diddy for me.
State prop.
I think like because there was a moment where Diddy and Hove did kind of cross paths.
Yeah.
And at that time, Diddy was, he was the front man for New York.
And it's
Like
weird.
obviously we
Yeah.
think of New York and we think of Hove. I'm not like slighting Hove at all.
Yeah,
but just
yeah.
looking at that performance, I
Right.
think Diddy can pull from so many different people
Right.
the same way Dr. Dre can.
Yeah.
And as a producer, as a figure role, I guess.
Yeah,
And it's
damn, we
weird
lost
because
DMX, man.
Diddy's moved, right? He's
Yeah,
not
he had
so
the
much.
locks, he
he's
had
not front face
himself.
in New York right now. He's
Yeah.
lived in Miami.
But
he's
you know the
lived in LA.
vibes. You know the
Yeah,
vibes.
sure,
Yeah,
sure,
but we know
sure.
the vibes. Like in my head, I just think I think Diddy, because I think as far as the diversity of acts that he would
Of
pull, I
course.
think
Yeah,
that comes into play.
Yeah, I
Yeah.
think Diddy had a lot, but I think it's a little bit different. And again, I didn't grow up in that time period, so I can't speak to it directly. But just from what I do know, being from New York, I think New York has a collective, right? You could say Hove, you could say Diddy, you could say 50 Cent. I think those are like the big three from a mainstream,
from New
right?
York,
Obviously, we
yeah.
got Rakim and we have
But-
KRS-One and we got those greats. But I
DMX.
think DMX, we have
Right.
those greats. But I think it's such a larger pool to pull from.
Yeah.
And again, it could be my bias, right? Like, I don't take into consideration the influence that E40 may have had on the West Coast.
Yeah, of course.
I don't take, again, and I know my bias. Like,
Yeah.
I'm not one of those people who are oblivious. So when I get on the podcast and I say, like, yo, A$AP Rocky wasn't what I thought he was to the masses, I'm not discrediting what he was in New York.
Right.
But somebody in Michigan may not look at A$AP Rocky
The
and
same
think,
way.
so that's
understand.
kind of where I speak to
Sure.
when I speak on this podcast.
Speaking of
Into
music
that
and influence,
As you
I
said.
kind of love how we've kind of got to this point. If if you guys are familiar, of course, you guys were all from New York, Reggie, New Jersey. What's up? Eric Adams. Eric Adams is the new mayor in New York.
Mayor, what happened now?
Eric Adams is a new mayor in New York, and he has been getting to some things. I ain't gonna lie. He's trying to check off some things off his docket. I think what really has been catching my eye is his fascination with drill music.
What
the
fuck are you about to talk to me about?
Mayor Eric Adams met with drill rap artists Tuesday night after criticizing the music genre for contributing to the rising violence in the city. The rappers and the mayors were unable to come to an agreement, but we kind of saw like a round table of current or, I'll say active NY artists. Mano was at the table. Fabio Foreign was at the table. It was a few other drill artists that was at the table. And it looked like it's like 11. This is like 11 p.m. Eric Adams, the mayor of New York, sat down with drill artists to discuss how it's influenced the community because I think about 2 weeks ago, he had come out in a press conference and said he wasn't too familiar with the genre in general. So he had asked his younger son to kind of fill him in on what that genre is. Oh my God. And since then, if you're familiar with Eric Adams, he is also the head of the NYPD.
He was
the police department. Yeah. So he really wants things to kind of get down when it comes to the killings and the shootings. So when he asked his son about it, his son was telling him and informing him about the content of the lyrics. So now Eric Adams, I don't know if he's trying to limit it, but he did mention that he was trying to, I don't know if he's trying to scrub drill music away, but he wants to come to some agreement.
I saw that he wanted to kind of like pull it from social media or something. That was one of his solutions.
Pull what from social media?
Like drill music videos.
That would be censorship?
And that's why I didn't jack that.
Okay. Yeah. Here's what's going to happen. Here's what's happening. This is a warning. And the warning is we are going to crack down on y'all if you don't stop this.
And that's why I wanted to talk about
I think that's what that
That's
is.
exactly what this is.
That's exactly what it is. Because the fact that
when you involve the artists from these hoods,
hey, right? He's like, hey,
go spread that message to everybody else.
We about to be on your ass. I'm just letting you know.
And he recently met with Biden to talk about the gun violence that is going up in New York City.
Well, see, I think
it's a lot going on right now.
Drill music.
When we have these conversations,
I want to talk about drill too.
No problem at all. I think the issue that I have when having these conversations is that I don't just look at the surface. Like, I'm ready to really crack shit open. Right. So I don't want to hear anything about drill music until y'all talk about the corruptness of the government, until y'all talk about the corruptness of the hedge funds, the stock market. Like, I want to talk about those things before I talk about these young black creators who go through shit that everybody goes through. There's a bank or a hedge fund that has another issue with another hedge fund, but we don't know about it, right? Like, I know there's violence included in this, but I think it is propelled by the lack of. When I say the lack of, I think New York City does a horrible job of doing anything about it. Personally, I think they try to implement these harsh stop and frisk rules, and we see it all the time. It's just like a relationship. When you go so hard, you're gonna fuck up. Like, take a step back and like really solve the problems. Things like this. I don't look at Fabio. I don't look at Mano. And there's no disrespect. There's no disrespect to those artists at all. I don't look at them for change. Like, when I want to see you attack the people who affect your bottom line before you come for what's being done out on a creative, on the ground level.
Love that.
So it's tough for me.
Because there's a lot to do.
You know what I was gonna? You know what? I'm realizing. I'm realizing that we live in a country, right, where we don't fix underlying problems because there's no money in that. Instead, we just do treatment for the problem or put a Band-Aid on it. So if there's crime and violence in this neighborhood right here, the government doesn't say, well, what is the underlying cause that's creating this product,
like the systemic reason
why
it's broken.
What is the real root?
Right. What's the root of this problem that we can attack? Instead, we need more. And I'm not trying to shit on police officers, but more arrest or more laws, or we put more things like that in place. Same thing for when people get sick. When I know plenty of people that are sick, and the doctors give them oxy and all these medications and stuff, as opposed to just trying to treat the actual underlying thing. Oh, you have pain and inflammation? Here's this. Here's
like
Tylenol. Right.
It's like jail.
Exactly.
Jail is supposed to serve as some type of rehab.
Right.
You're supposed to go to jail and learn a lesson.
Right. Yeah.
Not be fucking enabled.
Because even to just box it as against drill music is very unresponsible because drill music there's certain elements involved that would make anything a drill record.
Exactly.
There's a record out right now with Kanye West, Fabio Foreign, and Alicia Keys. It's a drill record from Fabio Foreign, but what makes it a drill record is not the content. It's the 808s, how it's mimicked.
It's
It's
the
the
beat. It's the
hi-hats.
It's the actual
It's
physical.
the elements of the song.
Right.
So for you to just try to box X amount of people, mind you, it's already really hard to get on. So this is the only thing in New York that's been working and the people actually been
And we're
listening
about to shut it down.
It's really irresponsible.
See, but my thing is, if I'm the mayor of New York, and by all means, I'm an idiot. By
Me
the
too.
way, but if I'm that person, I say to myself, okay, well, what created this scene? You understand what I'm saying? Like, what created these grown men and women to have these stories? Like, listen to these fucking stories. At least I'm hearing about it.
Right.
You understand what I'm saying? At least I can listen to music and they're expressing themselves. So I say to myself, well, what's the underlying cause, and how can I affect that? How can I fix the underlying cause?
Right.
But there's no money in that.
Drill doesn't even start in New York.
It's from
Like
overseas.
drill
It's
doesn't
from
even start
Chicago.
in New York.
Chicago and UK
It
are
went
the-
to the
yeah.
UK. It went to Chicago and it's made its way to New York, and now it's a thing. So it's like, if you want to address the violence, if you want to call in people like the president of the United States, get the president of the United States in the murder capitals before you come to New York City, because obviously crime is happening everywhere in the country. I do not dispute that, but the crime rate and the murder rate compared from New York City to Chicago to Baltimore, even in upstate New York. A lot of people may not know because the media doesn't talk about it, but there's parts of upstate New York that are heavily
right.
entrenched with just violence, drugged, all of it. It's
They wouldn't even
infested
know. They wouldn't
more
even know.
so than
Yeah.
the New York City
That's
that you
a fact.
see
Yeah.
in media.
They wouldn't even
so
know.
it's like, if y'all really gonna address these problems, don't give me the figureheads of the Favios who y'all think is culturally relevant,
Right.
who you probably paid,
Right.
who you probably
Who you can
paid.
also point the finger to when X amount of things don't go the way
You
it's
get what I'm
planned.
saying? And obviously,
Absolutely.
somebody like Amano who did his time in the
OG.
street, he served his time. He's an OG. I do not think Mano's in the street on a day to day. You know what I'm saying? I'm not gonna put that on him, but I think that they think that, yo, let's give them these people to show them this. That don't work for me. Again, I'm not a street guy, so maybe somebody does look at Mano and Fabio and says, yo, I'm gonna change my life because those guys are, on that press conference. But for me, I need a little bit more action than just getting people y'all think is gonna help the cause.
And just do your jobs. Let's start there. Like,
Don't place the onus on like drill rappers.
Come on,
yeah.
don't get me wrong. Like, I do. There's been a lot of NY killings as of recent. A lot of NY rappers and affiliated
Yeah, it's
gang
been up-
members.
it's been
It's been
up.
a lot this past year. I'm not gonna lie. So I do think that's a part of his initiative. But yo, dog, do your job. You asking Fabio Foreign and Mano and Co. to be the spokesman for this shit? No, I want you to actually come to the bottom of these cases and do your job. See, I used to watch The Sopranos, right? The mafia would talk like, you do your job, I'm gonna do mine.
The Patriots, New England Patriots, that's their motto: do your job.
You do your job, I'm gonna do mine. Code. But if you listen, if I do my job well and you do your job well, the outcome is the outcome. You get what I'm saying? So to kind of involve them, it was kind of weird to me. And then again, what do you say? No to the mayor? You don't know how they watching you. You know he used to be head of the NYPD. What do you say? You just say no?
Real quick, Dev, before you go, I want to say that, like,
Yeah.
going into the NYPD, fix the corruptness within that system.
Come on.
Why don't you go to the people that you know, the structure that you know? You're not from the streets. You operated in law enforcement. So if that's where you from, and you really want to make change, go make change over there. See, the problem is they give us a black figurehead as a mayor and think that's supposed to be cool for us.
That's a fact.
They think we supposed to
fact.
just take that information and accept it and say, oh, it's change. Vote for the black guy. But I think now the audience, the voters, the people, the citizen society, we're a little bit smarter than we were yesterday. Where you can't just put a black person in front of a mic who can speak really well and who may have had some kind of credentials in the law and say, hey, just vote for him. And I'm not saying not to vote for them. This is not a politics conversation. The conversation is, I think that they think that we are just dumb. And so when I see somebody like a Eric Adams, I don't know him personally, I just know his background.
Sure.
I want you, since you are so entrenched in that blue and that shield, you know everybody in it. You was the police chief. Go fix that shit. Why don't you expose some of the flaws in that system before you go trying to take things from black kids, from black creatives
That don't have
that
much.
that don't have anything already? Go fix yourself and then come talk to us.
Well said. Bro.
Damn.
Yeah, I think
said.
I think there is a nuance of I do want to say with Eric Adams, I think there's a nuance of I think he's trying to do the right thing.
Sure,
I
can
think
see that.
I think he's trying.
On his own merit. On his own merit.
I understand what you mean. Like I think he's trying to do the right thing. I think it's not coming off that way because looking at that picture and seeing him with them, I say, okay, that's good. I'm glad we had a converse. I'm glad I like for people to have conversations as opposed to just acting and saying, this is what we're going to do to you. And that's it. I like to see conversations. But what really troubles me is when you're telling me that they were thinking about censoring drill music
His exact
on the internet.
words were, if we got Donald Trump off, what could we do with it?
So here's my issue.
That was a dangerous conversation.
and here's my issue with that in society. I think that the way we frame quote unquote private companies has to change. I think that like when we say this is a private company, I think that narrative has to change.
Private jails. Why are there still private prisons in 2022?
So when people say private,
the fuck
right?
are we talking about?
To me, when I see certain things get censored and stuff like that, I'm like, well, how is this private when this private company can invest in this presidential candidate and then the incentive is that president can then go back to that private company and say, do this. I can't put this on the books as a law, but I can work and move through y'all private companies. There's a lot of things. When this whole shit first started, it came from where? I saw it from the major corp. I seen it from Disney first. I saw it from all these other corporations first, and then it was top down. And I was like, oh, this is going to happen straight down. But it was just weird how it just like, Disney. It was like the top of the top, and then it just went down. Delta. Then,
of course.
That one.
then it just started. So to me, it's just like I feel like the government is constantly kind of moving through the private sector in order to enact certain.
That's government
going on.
You know what I'm saying? That's government.
It's making me very uncomfortable. That's why people keep saying. That's why at the end of the day, I know what we're all arguing about on Twitter and stuff like that. As far as the word, you know what I'm talking about. But listen, y'all. There's so many things that we're not paying attention to that we're losing as
in
people.
Real time.
There's so many things that we are literally losing and we don't even see it right before us. There's so many things that have been censored. I'm not even talking about even the health crisis that's going on, but there's so many things that are being censored right now, and it's scary. We're losing our fucking amendment rights.
The times we're entering.
It's odd,
and that's why I'm speaking to like again. This is not an anti-rant of anything.
It's not. It's not.
And that's what I want to make it clear. It's not an anti-anything.
Right.
Like we are here to just open a conversation. Whenever we talk on the Need to Know podcast, we're not trying to put our thoughts on anybody in the audience that's listening. But I think for me, and the way to kind of compare it, so nobody thinks that let me not say me, but I called out Eric Adams and I called out the fact that he was in the police force. I'm not against the police
at all.
What I'm saying is, when we need somebody to speak for us as a culture, we look to a few people, right?
Right.
We look to Jay-Z. We look to LeBron James. We look to Barack Obama. Those are that's the big three of the black culture. And I know there's a lot of other people. I'm not missing anybody. But as a collective, those are the three people that we look to kind of help shift and change culture and policies within what it is that we're invested in. So for me, as somebody who says, I look at the Eric Adams situation, sitting with Mano and sitting with drill music and commenting on drill music and all of these things. I look at that as if, one of those leaders that I just named wanted to go into fucking crypto. Okay. I don't want to, unless Jay-Z, unless LeBron James have said, hey, I have substantial evidence that I did the research on crypto and now I'm going to bring it back to you. I don't want to hear advice from them because that's no disrespect. That's no disrespect. It's no disrespect at all. But I think the leaders of their respective lanes and their respective fields, that's who I want to hear from. Eric Adams is a leader in the police force. So what I want to hear from you is I want to hear the updates from, the percentage of corrupt cops are down, whatever
what
percent.
Are you gonna do about that?
What are you going to do about that? How much money is missing? How many cops have planted drugs on people and kids and women falsely? How many false claims have been made? Like, fix that shit before you try to talk to me about rap music, bro. You don't know shit about rap music. I don't want to hear you. No. I don't want to see you with Mano.
What are you gonna do? Cancel all rap music?
You're not the street policies to me.
No.
And the fucked up thing is it puts those rappers who sit with him, because for them it's a photo op.
Yes,
you know what I'm saying? Like a lot of them, they don't want to live in the street.
What are they
I've heard
supposed to do?
Mano
Say
talk.
no?
Exactly. So I want to see a Mano sit with the mayor and show tell people like, yo, you know why I got the scar on my face? Because when I was locked up, I went through it. I've been through the trenches. I grew up in this shit. I don't want to see y'all in it. So I'm going to sit here. I'm going to take the photo op. And I want y'all to know there's a different way to go about life. So the Manos, the 5-year-olds, everybody else, they supposed to be doing what they doing. But the Eric Adams, bro, just because you black, I don't want to see you with the rappers. Go deal with the people you know. And that's the police force.
Yeah. Because that's what sparks the change.
For me, just for me. And I know that's might be a little bit heavy, but I have such a weird taste in my mouth about that his whole situation.
Because it should be looking like smoke and mirrors. But if you can't see shit as smoke and mirrors, like Devon said, you just sit back subconsciously, don't realize what's happening right in front of you.
Perfect. And I think that could lead us right where I wanted to go, which was Kanye West. Mr. Smoke and Mirrors himself.
Oh my gosh.
Kanye West has been on a tirade. Kanye West has taken over our timelines over the last week. The album is coming. I don't know what it is.
No, I think was it just because he always does this before anything drops, like a clothing line but I think was this whole tirade, as you put it, is that for his next Netflix special that just dropped like this week?
So I don't think he completely owned the rights to it because he was asking to even want to view it before it was launched. So I don't know how.
Shit.
Yeah,
Wait,
I don't know how involved he even was in it.
That shit
That's
scares
sick.
me.
Yeah.
Wait, how?
Exactly.
That's
Doesn't that
his-
scare you
that's
that someone
his
can
life.
profit from your likeness like that?
Yeah.
Without
Is that really
your-
what happened?
Yes.
I don't know.
Yeah, that's what happened.
Because
that's scary.
If
That's
I
what
shoot
happened.
you, let me tell you something. If I shoot you right now, I own
That's
that.
your
Right. That's why when you look at
and
Getty
if he
Images,
like signed off mad young or something like that, yeah.
I don't, and that's always been a weird thing for me because even on Getty Images, what's the man around town? What's the New York dude?
Johnny Nunez.
Johnny Nunez.
Johnny
Nunez.
You know the vibes. Johnny Nunez has made a living off of that for
sir.
years. Johnny Nunez is the man, by the way.
Yes,
But
sir.
I'm just saying.
Take my picture.
Fact, I got one.
Yeah.
I got
I
one
want
from
one.
Johnny. You don't get it, y'all?
Yeah.
All right, let me not get on that. But one time, anyway, all right. But Johnny
I
Nunez
got my Johnny
is, you know,
Nunez
when you go on
picture.
Getty Images, like these photographers and videographers, they own that footage that they shoot of you. It's my camera. That's how I
Because
own
if
it.
you're in a public setting, even if I'm in the sidewalk and someone takes a video of me, they could like I can't like
I own
sue
it.
them for that.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I own it. It's New York especially is a one-person consent state when it comes to filming and stuff like that. So I don't need your consent. Some states are a 2-people consent, which I think is kind of insane. Like you need my consent to film you. So that means if you're doing an act that I'm like, this is unlawful, I legally can't film you.
Can't film that.
That's who made. But and see, what we got to pay attention to is who voted
Made
against
that
that.
rule.
You understand what I'm saying?
Yeah,
Like
yeah. That's why I hate
why?
rules.
Why would you? Why?
Gotta prove
Like
it to
I
me.
need to be able to do this. Like it's a 2. So New York, thank God, New York is a 1-person consent where I don't need your consent to film you. But then there's states that don't. What?
Yeah,
What?
it's a lot going on, but I think the whole Kanye West
Yeah,
situation.
Kanye.
There's so many different angles to discuss
Skeet.
because
I don't like this shit.
Skeet Davidson.
I don't like this shit. Why you
Skeet
did that?
Davidson is
Why
kind
you-
of tough.
Why you did that?
Now, that's a tough name.
Why you did
though.
that?
If I was Skeet David, like if I was Pete Davidson, I would be hyped.
If
that
I
he
was
gave-
Skeet
yeah, I
I
would,
don't like it.
that's not a bad nickname.
I don't
It
like
could have
it.
been a lot
What
worse.
the fuck?
I don't like none of it.
Nah,
I think it's all bullshit,
That's
and I
crazy.
think it's.
Yeah,
it's-
I don't like
I
it.
think
Like
we're flushing our brains down a
You
fucking
ready?
toilet
that's why
watching
I'm
this
like
shit.
not engaged
I'm
in
not
any of
engaged,
this
yeah.
shit. Like
I hate
Julia,
it.
all
But-
this shit. Every time it comes on my timeline, I'm like, okay, whatever.
one
Like
question.
I'm not.
I hate it.
Yeah.
I got one question. Where is God? No, because Savon, no, I've been talking
Where's
to Savon about
God?
this for months.
Yeah, you've been asking where God is.
Please come
Where
save
is
us.
God?
yeah.
What do you mean?
He's asked
See,
those questions.
some of the times, the Kanye stands, they think that a lot of people be hating.
Where's God? Is man.
Oh, no, I just want to know. A lot of Sunday services you've done, you've basically rebranded. I think he even won a Grammy off of his gospel album.
yeah,
if I'm
he
not
did.
cor- he's-
I'm
right?
pretty sure he did. Yeah.
You basically rebranded yourself into somebody that looked really healed and woke.
Okay.
Where is God? Where is God now?
Well,
Where is God now?
I'd be so confused.
I think God guided Pete Davidson to Kanye's wife.
Oh my God!
What a prayer.
What are you doing?
What a
I
prayer.
think, I
What are
think
you
they
doing? What are you
found each
writing?
other. I think they found
You
each
might
other.
need that
bro.
prayer, Savon.
No.
Nah, I mean, I didn't. Shit. Y'all know how I feel about Kim K. You think I want Skeet Davidson would beat Kim K? Like,
You gotta stop
nah,
calling
bro.
him that.
That's what
not his
Kanye
name.
did. We
That's
talking Billy
Kanye.
language.
Dude, what you're saying?
But
it
we
too.
talking Billy language.
But why he's so immature?
That's
man?
not his name,
Bro, I think.
Come on, man.
Honestly, what it is, I'm glad. Going back to what Reggie said, because Reggie said, I'm just so numb to it.
I
To
am
kind of
too.
just
Yeah.
paraphrase what you said. said. I'm just so numb to it. I'm glad that we reached a place where we don't allow Kanye to dictate our news cycle. Like, he's a part of the news cycle now, but he doesn't dictate the news cycle. And I think that's because, going back to Alex, smoke and mirrors, right? He's done a lot of smoke and mirrors to now you don't have merit in your actions. You don't have any merit in your messaging anymore. Like, we don't believe you. We need more. We need more people. Like, it's one of those situations where he is a genius. He knows what he's doing, and he's Kanye. So it's always going to make national news. But I think he used to dominate those headlines. And
yes, he used to.
He used to dominate, and he still has a nice a market share of the news cycle, depending on the week.
I think people are still paying attention.
You know,
we're not,
of course.
Plenty of people.
People are paying attention.
People
but
love
I
the
think
man.
it's because he's just so massive. I don't think people really care anymore. And I saw him and Kid Cudi. They went at it, right?
They
and
did?
Yeah,
Like,
they,
arguing
on
on
Twitter and
yeah,
stuff.
on Twitter, Instagram, they left messages, comments, all that kind of stuff.
Okay.
Like, and it's kind of, you know, it's. I won't say it's getting weird, because the thing is, and this is the thing about the Kanye situation for me. I do not ever want to be used. So when it's convenient for Kanye, he uses the black plight.
Okay.
When it's convenient for Kanye, he uses his religion.
Okay.
When it's convenient for Kanye, he uses his love and his family and his wife. And I think for me,
He uses them as
once
shields,
I
like
started,
weapons.
once I started noticing him using his kids as pawns, from what it looks like to me, this is just my opinion. I cannot speak for anybody else. But what it looks like for me is that, you know, when Kanye has these outbursts, and I don't want to use the word crazy because I don't think Kanye is quote unquote crazy.
we're betting on it.
I think that he's strategic, and I think he's a master marketer. Just like going back to marketing, one of the young childhood memories that I have is the Kanye glasses when he came out with Stronger.
The shutter shades.
The shutter shades. Graduation. It was the graduation era.
I had them.
And you would see it on Jamaica. You would get the bootleg versions. You get the real versions, but the bootleg versions look like the real versions.
What's
So
the,
it really
what's the
didn't
real
matter.
version? Wait, there's a real version?
There are
Yeah, there
real
was a real
versions,
version.
yeah,
Oh,
but
shit.
It was the
everybody.
lights
That
out.
shit always costs like
Lights out tour.
$3.
Hey,
With
the
the
lights
lights
out
out.
tour.
Shit.
And those glasses, like he knows how. And today in 2022, do y'all know what his marketing tool is? Do you know what we identify with Kanye?
The boots.
Alex, thank you.
Oh yeah,
Those boots.
That's his thing. He makes sure he's like, I'm
Every
promoting
time.
this. This
and
is
a
the
few
fashion.
years ago, it was holes in the shirts.
Yes.
Yeah,
It was holy shirts.
You know, and then when he first came out, it was the double polo.
Yes.
Yeah.
He's a master at this shit.
Yeah.
And I love the fact that Reggie and people that share her same sentiment don't fall for the bait anymore.
Yeah.
Because he literally
And
is
you know
just
what?
using us.
And to add to that, you know, I caught episode 1 of the Kanye doc on Netflix called Jeen Yuhs. Definitely go check that out. It was about an hour long. No, probably like 1:30. I really loved it. But to add to what Savon is saying, this was the first time I was able to see Kanye in his younger ages.
Okay.
Like trying to figure it out in New York and Chicago when he was 2001, 2002, just a younger guy. And it was interesting to see how similar he is back then
That he is
to
now.
now.
Was he?
Are you kidding?
Oh,
Watch
really?
it.
Oh, I haven't checked it
Have
out
you seen
yet,
it
but
yet?
I have to watch
When
it.
you
I've seen
see it,
clips.
Pay
I've seen a
attention
lot of
to his
clips.
mannerisms.
Okay.
Pay attention to his confidence. Pay attention to how people around him see the cockiness, how he speaks to people.
More.
How often he even says the word narcissism.
Really?
Okay, so
So
he's aware.
early on.
He's aware.
Yeah.
Oh,
He's
I
aware.
thought the opposite.
I
I
gotta
thought
check
like
it
the
out.
fame changed him.
Me
I gotta
too.
check it
But
out.
now, okay.
Me, it was messing my head up to see him speaking the same type of mannerisms. And you know, Kanye, he does these jokes like, that's like telling somebody, if you're a magician, show me magic. Like,
Right.
Yeah.
you know how
He's
you've heard
really
him do that
quirky,
before?
yeah, he's really
he's
quirky.
always
Yeah, his
been
little-
that
I gotta
way.
check that
So
out.
it was interesting to kind of see, like, Savon is right, bro. This is just yay. This is play for play strategy.
Because I remember when he was like heavy in like the gospel route, and my mom, you know, she's a Christian and grew up in the church and everything, and you know, I'm not gonna say she's against secular music, but it's not her
not her
choice.
thing.
You
Not
know, she's
forte.
not gonna listen to it, and if it has curses, she doesn't really want to hear it too much. But you know, she's still in the real world. She's operating. But I remember when he made those gospel albums, and my mom, she couldn't really get a grasp of it because she was like, yo, this is not who he's shown me he is. So now
I
that
don't
he's
believe
putting
this.
out this music,
I don't believe it.
yeah, it could be
Sorry
great
for
music and it
doing
could be
that.
great messaging, but you know, I don't know if that is, you know, is not for me. Maybe it's for a new audience.
Right.
You know, maybe there is a part of him that does feel this way.
Right.
But I think that, again, it's just a play. It's another badge of honor to say, yo, I got a Grammy in gospel. I'm the illest nigga ever.
Yeah.
I'm the greatest nigga. It's Kanye. What up? I did this, I did that, and now I'm in gospel. I'm dominating.
He's
Like,
always
it's one of
spoke like
those.
that.
And again, I love the fact that as a culture, we are starting to see through it. And, you know, prayers to somebody like a Pete Davidson, because it's funny. The last episode that I was on, towards the end of that episode, I played a clip of Pete Davidson sitting down with Charlamagne the God, and it was from about 2 years ago, where, you know, Pete has been super open about his depression and his battles with
That's why I don't
depression
like to be
and
playing with him.
suicidal thoughts.
Yeah.
And, you know, he's been through a lot in
He's
the
not
public
well.
eye. Like, you know, and one thing I would love to ask him if I ever got that chance is like, yo, you struggle with mental health and you struggle with a lot of these feelings internally. Why do you go after the most famous women in the world?
Okay.
I mean,
His therapist
he
will
can't
answer
help
that.
it. He likes
Nah, you can help it. Because if you can get Ariana Grande and Kim
Kim K.
I do what you say. I see
Kardashian,
what
you
you're
could get a lot of women.
If certain women are throwing it at your boy, let me tell you something.
Yeah, you gonna
How
catch
many
it.
people you think fuck Kim K that we don't know about?
Oh my God. What are we talking about? Where are we going? Wait, what happened?
I'm just saying. What are we
I thought we
talking
were
about?
talking about
What
Pete.
happened?
What are we talking about is
What
he
happened?
doesn't have to put that relationship on Front Street.
I'm talking about Pete. I said Pete can do that. I said she's a very
You said
desirable woman.
Yeah, she threw it at him, is what you said.
I didn't say she threw.
No.
All right, I'm not saying. All right, you twisted my fucking words.
That's what I
You're
heard.
fucking
I'm tweaking.
podcaster. You're good.
I'm tweaking.
You're good.
That's what I heard.
But I can
You
get
said-
You said like
good.
if any
You good,
girl
you good.
did it.
I'm just saying, like, yo,
Yeah.
excuse me, if I throwing it at you, let me clean it up
Please
a little
do.
bit. If I see a girl that is extremely desirable, that even I desire, is attracted to me as well, then yeah, I would take advantage of that situation.
Yeah,
Like, oh,
but see-
word?
but
Okay,
see-
it's
but
like
see-
that.
but
and
just
Savon was like,
don't-
"What's Kim K's body count, Dev?"
Yeah, I was like, what is? I don't know what that's.
Well, y'all know, like, Alex, I need things broken down in 4th grade language.
Yeah, I know, and I just
And
did.
if I don't get it that way, I'm just going to shoot.
Yeah, that's right.
But my rebuttal to that is
Okay.
it doesn't have to be public, right? So, sure, there can be a chemistry between you and somebody,
Right.
and y'all could hit it off, and y'all
Right.
can kick it off, and
Right.
it can just be between the two of y'all.
Yeah.
I think, for me, my question would be to Pete is, you know, you do suffer from these things, and we take those things very seriously.
question.
And I could definitely, you know, identify a lot of those things and emotions within myself, just feeling down on myself, and, you know, depression and anxiety, all of those things, right? I think everybody goes through it in some degree.
Absolutely.
But him being somebody in the forefront of those conversations, I would ask him, why insert yourself in those situations? You know, the Ariana Grande, that was a public relationship. Coming off of Mac Miller.
Are you
know,
saying like don't pick like why are you picking such famous women, or are you saying like why is your relationship so public? Because they're not being
That's
that
two different
public,
things, right.
Because he's not like on interviews talking about her all day long. They're just going on
They
dates
just
and shit.
following
I feel
them
like
around
he's
and-
saying there's a lot of pressure to deal with people that are very immersive.
Yeah.
So when you're trying to figure out your mental health as you're dealing with someone that immersive, it could toy with you because of that person's following, and you don't know what else could come with that. So granted, of course, you guys could be attracted to each other.
Okay.
But just don't think with your dick.
Okay.
Yeah, like, that's a good way to put it.
Okay.
That, again, I'll never be able to ask, let me not say never, but I'm not asking Pete this question directly. But if I ever had the chance, that would be one of the things that I would ask him as somebody who understands how fragile mental health can be. And hearing his story in his own words of saying, yo, I deal with this every single day.
Right.
It's tough. I hate it. I hate myself. Some days I don't want to live. Like, he said these things. I'm not just putting it out there.
Yeah.
It's documented.
Okay.
So I would ask you, after dealing with somebody like an Ariana Grande,
Why are you
who-
picking Kim K?
you know, like, it's on that
Okay.
same sphere. And,
Sure.
and that's crazy to even think, like, you know, Ariana Grande to Kim K, it's not like there's one or the other. Like, if, like, Ariana Grande, for instance, like,
Okay.
I don't know her dating history. I don't know who she's dating currently. But I think that it's her choice to date in the way that she's dating. I think anybody who has that kind of attention, that kind of energy around them, can pick and choose how they want to display themselves in their relationships.
Sure.
And so that would be my question to Pete, is like, yo, why insert yourself in these situations that they're really visible people, and you have this fragile mindset. Let me not say fragile, sensitive. You know, it's a heightened sensitivity around, you know, your mental health.
Well, I guess he's kind of used to it too, right? SNL, you kind of talk about a lot of celebrities, but see, SNL comedians, right? A lot of the slack can come to them if they continue a joke. So I guess maybe in his head he would say, "Oh, well, I'm kind of used to this limelight. I'm kind of used to dealing with celebrities in this capacity." Romantically, though, you're right. It could be a bit different for your mental health.
Oh, Deb, were you kind of saying? I don't want to misquote you, but were you basically saying like, okay, but like, if I was Pete and I got a chance to date Kim K, I'm gonna take it? Is that what you're saying?
And I'm in that place where
Kind
it's
of.
yes, because it's like, yo, I would. You know what I mean? There's certain women I see on TV, right? For instance, or celebrity wise, and I'm like, I would date them.
How many kids you got?
Who?
How many kids you got?
Who? Kim K?
Yeah. I want to say,
Why does that matter?
3?
Nah, I'll babysit them with you. I
Oh,
love
see,
kids.
there you go. See, look, you're
thought I was
interested
gonna be
in.
toxic.
I
Look
thought
at
you were gonna be
you.
toxic.
Look at you.
So
Look at you.
I
Look
weighed
at
myself.
you.
And said, wait, where you going? Hold on, I ain't gonna agree with you until. But to me, it's just like there's certain women, that I see a celebrity wise, but I would date them.
Yeah.
Like
And
he's
I
not gonna
do.
give up this chance to.
Right. I'm like, wow, this beautiful, attractive woman that I'm attracted to, that I
Date in private.
That-
That's all I'm saying.
you
But
can
they kind
do
of
that.
are though. They
but
don't
they
like.
are.
Nah, bro.
But they're just so famous that they get photographed
think
everywhere they
that's what
go.
you
But that's
missed.
it
Yeah,
though.
Reg. I
Like
see-
they don't
I
like.
think that's
Because
you.
Reg,
Y'all
they
don't
posted
think Kim Kardashian,
Katie Holmes
her
and Jamie
family-
Foxx were a thing.
Like,
What?
Katie Fox. Katie Holmes and Jamie
That's what he
Foxx were a
wanted.
thing.
Okay.
And it was private. That was a rumor in Hollywood for years.
Yeah.
And then it finally just kind of, I think once they be like, look, everybody kind of knows it is what it is. When Justin Timberlake got seen holding that chick's hand, that was
he was killing.
but stuff like this, like think about
Yeah.
it. You can try to live a private life, but at the end of the day, you are a celebrity.
Yeah, you're gonna get
hard.
photographed and
like
shit.
what's private?
But if you, okay, I don't want to continue.
I
like,
wanna
this
hang out with
conversation.
you.
You know what I'm saying? I don't
Yeah.
want to like talk in circles.
I ended on this though, right? Like
Yeah.
it's different if they're the ones uploading their
Yeah,
their
he's
stuff.
not.
Now that is
like-
something to write down.
If we just open, think
I
about
wanted
it,
to
bro.
Stop, but you're not gonna make me.
Think about it, bro. If we
You
just
shouldn't have. Why you said that?
my fault, bro.
Wait,
Think
are you
about it.
saying Pete?
said
Are you
that?
saying
Why he
Pete
said
doesn't?
that?
Yeah, I don't know if he.
That's
they
what I'm saying.
posted-
Pete is not parading his.
That's
like,
my point.
man,
Like, is it their fault? Hold on, bro.
It's just public because
it-
they're photographed every single time they step out.
Is
Like
it
that's
their
it.
fault that you open up your phone and your algorithms force you
They're
to look
trying
at
to be
pictures of
private.
that paparazzi
that Johnny
took?
Nunez just happened to take.
Yeah,
So-
that's the only thing.
So now
There he is.
y'all want to have a real conversation.
Nah, I don't.
If y'all want to have a real conversation,
what?
Posting-
we
posting
can-
your
we
man?
can talk about the tabloids and we can talk about paparazzi
Sure.
and we can
Oh,
talk
you
about
think, like,
the
they-
Kardashian family
okay,
okay.
own and run
Sure.
all
I mean,
of these outlets.
that's a
Like
fact.
that, bro. When has the paparazzi ever been in Wisconsin?
No, you're right.
What?
Remember when Kanye and Kim were having an argument in a fight in Wisconsin about a year ago?
It was at a
Yo,
Wendy's.
you're a Kardashian expert.
In a fucking
Exactly.
Wendy's drive-through.
They were in
Do
a
y'all
Wendy's
really
drive-thru?
think that the paparazzi coincidentally happened to be there?
No,
But
they-
was it paparazzi
can
or
we-
was it
can
just
we-
a spectator?
It
I
was.
never know.
No,
That's a good
they. I
question.
mean, I know the Kardashians do
They
call
own
Papa,
TMZ.
but it's
And
like people just follow them
E-Network.
around anyway.
I will
like,
say
they don't
this.
have to call
I
every
will
time.
say this. I went to last time I went to LA. I went to a really cool restaurant, and I won't name drop this celebrity. I'll tell y'all after.
Okay.
But
What's the
she definitely called the paparazzi because
Oh, brother.
she left outside the restaurant. The car had already pulled up. And then the paparazzi's just rushing to the front door. Oh, here we go. And then she's like, finally. And
Who
then
is this?
That's what I
Can't
mean.
say that. I'll tell y'all after.
So let's talk. Like,
tell
if
y'all
we're
after.
gonna really
I'm like,
talk,
wow,
bro,
what?
you don't think Kim Kardashian and
Yeah, I
Pete
saw it
Davidson
in
can be
front of me.
low if they really wanted to be low?
Yeah.
You don't know how many rappers
I don't think so.
and
I mean,
entertainers. Like,
yeah.
bro, we could do it in
Wow.
our regular lives, bro. I could go to a hotel, tell whoever I'm dealing with, hey, meet me at this hotel at this time. You come through this entrance, I'll go through that entrance.
They build
They
a
tell
rapport.
their people to tell their people, hey,
Yeah.
this is how we're gonna move around.
Yeah.
And now that's it.
yeah,
Like,
that's definitely
Pete
a
Davidson
thing.
and Kim Kardashian hanging out in their car is because they want to be seen.
Yeah.
One party wants to be seen.
I would also see it as a great marketing tool because if I'm a restaurant and I say, "Hey, I'll pay you $1 million, come eat," I'll call the paparazzi. They come out. There's a lot of
That's
business being
marketing.
done
That's
in
a
a
lot
lot
of
of things.
business.
But at the end of the day, I think Pete has done nothing wrong.
I'm not. Yeah. It's not
Yeah.
about.
I don't think he's done
Nah, he
anything
just
wrong.
called-
Skeet is doing what he's supposed
He
to
called
do.
a touchdown.
I want Kanye West to stop. I would like for that
Yeah.
to stop.
Yeah.
And stop making things so public. I think those things should be handled behind closed doors. Once again, not my life, but from as an idiot as a perspective, just watching spectator. Please stop.
But see, to end on this,
Get off of the internet.
I've always said on this podcast. Well, I didn't, not always.
That's
but
someone's
there was
mother.
a time on this podcast where I told a story about how like my Nigerian culture further assimilated my growth. Let me explain. When I was a kid, my culture made it seem like once you were an adult, you understood everything. You were emotionally intelligent. All adults just get it. All adults are not immature. So as I gradually got older and obviously saw that people are just people, it's interesting to just see people that you think would be a bit more mature. Because of their age. And it just merely makes you understand if you don't ever put in the work on yourself with whatever you have to deal with or should deal with, it doesn't matter, bro. And that shit is still fucking with me to this day because, again, as a kid, they made it really look like, yo, once you an adult, adults are untouchable.
Nah.
They got it together.
Everybody's figuring it out. Everybody.
Then you realize, Reggie, everybody just figuring it out. You need to figure it out on yourself or it could splurge into other things.
You figure that out with your parent when you watch your parents.
That's a
when
fact.
you grow up.
That's a fact.
I promise you, sometimes this podcast just amazes me.
I knew you were gonna say that because new topic.
How we just talk
I don't
through
know how we do
things
it. I don't know.
because
And then lead right into
everything that you just said applies to the baby. And I don't want to start with the obvious, which is the fight and the videos and everything else.
We missed that, right?
For me,
Wait, what?
it stems from
You know about the fight?
Ball and
Wait,
alley.
what fight?
Oh, you don't know about the fight.
You
The
see it?
Oh, you didn't see it?
What?
The baby fought.
shit.
Danny Lee's brother.
Oh, okay. I'm sorry. Yes, yes, I did see that.
I was like,
I was like,
damn,
that
Reggie,
was a-
you mixy
She's like,
as hell.
look,
I didn't know that. But I don't want to start there. What I wanted
Yeah.
to start with, and then we could kind of like gradually, walk there,
Okay.
is that what everybody is doing on social media, but all of these adults, right? These grown-ups, these big, whatever
Like
you
your
want to
big
call
age.
it. Yeah, your big age.
At your big age.
What everybody's doing is they're forgetting about the nucleus of these conversations. And when I talked about Kanye using, right, he keeps using his kids. He keeps saying my family, my kids, my family, my family, my family.
Right.
But it's like, do you take into consideration when your kids Google your name in those dates in that time period, what it will say about you and your family? What will that say then? And then with the baby, whatever, whomever, and Danny Lee and her brother, like that is a family, right?
Yeah.
And I know the baby didn't put her in that light,
Right.
From that Instagram live that we saw when he was, they had their own, spat or
Tis.
whatever. He didn't put her in the light, uplift her in the light of this is my family. Once you have a child with somebody else's family, and however you
Yeah.
decide to treat that person,
Yeah.
it is what it
Yes,
is.
yes,
Y'all
yeah.
are connected.
We're connected.
for
Yeah.
life.
Locked in.
And
Like,
so
that's your kid.
now, as the baby, when you're fighting your child's uncle, that lives on forever.
Yeah.
And so when you, Alex, when you talk about all these things about, yo, my family is supposed to have it together and, it was a reflection of, I can't help but think about, look at how this nigga, Gumminess is wilding.
Menace.
He's going crazy, bro.
he's-
Like,
he's a-
what the
He's
fuck?
a wild boy.
It don't stop.
Yeah,
it
yeah.
doesn't
And
stop.
I think the baby is almost 30, if I'm not mistaken.
Almost 30,
Yeah,
adult,
almost
he's
30.
rich, a pop star.
Yeah,
He
yeah.
got 9 lives. The dude has 9 lives. Anybody, just about anybody, 95%, literally 95% of hip hop would have been canceled after they said what he said on that Coachella stage.
Wow.
They don't come back from it. Career, suicide, it's over. Fam, you were so hot. You were so influential. You were so much in the mainstream that you got another chance and you're squandering it again. Not only are you squandering it, but do you think about your children when you doing these things?
That's what be scaring me because to me it'd be like, wow, so the money is the only goal here. We don't even see how everything affects everything else, and that be scaring me because that is where I live in my brain, how everything affects everything else. So to just see people just get money and just be like, fuck everything else, it's a scary place to live in, man.
Can I be honest?
It's a scary place.
I hope that nobody in my family gets upset with this, but this is my story, and I gotta tell it. And it's nothing. It's not embarrassing.
I
But
love his family stories.
yeah. So we only give these on Patreon, but I'm gonna give this version of a story to everybody on our Central Pod.
Okay.
So
Pod.
I can't even imagine growing up and seeing a video of my 2 sides of my family fighting. So when I was a baby, my uncle and my grandfather, so my uncle who's on my mom's side and my grandfather who's on my dad's side,
Okay.
they got into a fight,
Okay.
a physical altercation.
Damn.
I was the nucleus of that, right? So I think my grandfather came to pick me up from my mother's house, and my uncle was there at the time. And then somehow there was miscommunication, and my family ended up physically fighting. Okay. My uncle was young, and my grandfather, obviously, grandfather, so he's a little bit older, right?
How old were you?
I was about 2. I have no recollection. Yeah, I have no recollection.
Okay.
But this is what I want to say. So I have no recollection of this fight. Right. But I heard variations of this story so many different times from all different members of my family. Right. And so I can only envision how that fight took place. Right. I can only envision what that scene looked like of my uncle, who I love. I have a close relationship with my uncle. Right. And my grandfather, who I love dearly too. I have a close relationship with him too. Right. I can't even envision what it looks like for those two people that I love to physically be fighting over because of me at that time. Like I was the only connection. If I wasn't born, they have no reason to really cross paths in that way. So I can't imagine what it would be like if I was able to grow up one day, Google their names, and see them physically fighting on the internet for it to live forever.
How don't they think about this?
So
that'd be my only
interesting to see. Like I can imagine
think about your father, your uncle, whomever, whatever the family dynamic is. You have a visual of this happening. Yeah. It builds trauma. Like my family didn't heal from that fight until I was 23, 24 years, 4 years ago. Right. My entire life, those two sides of my family, for the majority, 2.5 decades later, it took for those two families to resolve this situation, to have peace. Right. It didn't take until I was about 23, 24, 25 to see my uncle and my grandfather shake hands for the first time. I didn't understand that history. I didn't understand that dynamic.
That's trauma.
It was before me to even have that recollection of. Like, but I heard the stories. And the night that they actually did kind of have a truce, is what I would like to call it. When they did have that truce, it was at my sister's Sweet 16. I wasn't able to attend because I was working. But regardless, just to know that they had that truce, had that handshake, know that both, because you got to imagine, if my grandfather's fighting my uncle who's young, you got to imagine how his father, my other grandfather, feels.
Everybody.
So now it's family tension for 2.5 decades. I'm the only thing off of one event. You get what I'm saying?
That's what people don't be understanding sometimes.
Everybody else didn't have access to see.
Right.
It's your story against that story. So imagine what that builds in a family, the generational trauma that it builds doing these things.
So I'm telling y'all, do the work on yourselves before y'all have these kids if y'all can. If y'all in that position, I'm telling you, there's a lot of things we do as adults, but because we aren't healed, we can hurt other people.
I think that has to do with the time that we're in too. Now I feel like you can be held accountable. Think about it. I think about everything I post, everything I say out loud, because I think to myself, this can live. This will live for a long time. I think about our grandfathers and fathers, my mom and them, and I say to myself, it's funny how deep down, I can't research things of my mom. You know, it's just based on word of mouth. Like I can't physically like look up and Google my mother's old Instagram page or some shit. It's just basically what I know from around the way. So I feel like this generation, I think our reputations hold a little bit more credit or currency with us because we know deep down in ourselves like this is gonna live forever.
It's more visible.
It's way more visible, and it's there.
And it's not just our kids. Like, let's say we all make a. I mean, you know, we have R&B sensation already, but like, let's say it's not even like my daughter Googling me and finding pictures of me. It's like her friends can look on the internet too, and like. It's
that creates more trauma.
I do think about this all the time. Like when we're talking about like, oh, do these celebrities not think about how this affects their kids? Every time something crazy happens, I'm thinking like, oh, their baby's gonna see that one day. I think about that all the time. So
that's why I don't send dick pics.
Like,
now you gotta send a hammer.
I don't send hammer pics. I don't believe in it, bro. I just don't believe in hammer pics.
Me either.
You get even those freaky little girls that be fucking wanting you to jerk off and see you jerk off. I'm like, no, what the fuck?
They be the most fun though.
No, I'm not jerking off on this camera.
You never did that
I'm gonna
on
look
the Snapchat?
stupid. I'm gonna look so dumb. I'm gonna play it back and look so dumb.
You never sent the hammer on the Snapchat?
I've never sent the hammer.
It expires.
In 10 seconds, it was. Oh, she could replay it, but
and if she screenshot it, it's
you
beef.
know.
Oh, y'all niggas don't know how niggas be getting away with how they catch you.
What?
Nigga, all they need is another phone, and boom, and you don't even know. Yeah, see, that's why I tell niggas all the time. I'm like, listen, that's why I don't send hammer pics.
I've never trusted anybody. Like,
but how they could know it's my hammer?
He's scared.
Long
how
time.
they know it's your hammer?
How they could know it's my hammer?
I'm gonna see your hand. I'm like, that's Alex.
What is my hand not in there?
Your hand is in the camera every week. Hey, look at you right there. Shout out to Pierre.
I'm not gonna lie.
Yeah, they'll be like, that's his picking it up.
Like, what? Your hands is, look at your hand right there. Alex, close up, nigga. As soon as you put it on the mic, it's right there.
If a dick drops, picture dick pic drops, and somebody say this is Alex, it doesn't even matter. It doesn't really matter.
Yeah, that's true.
I see what you're saying. Like,
It's over.
Oh, I see what
This
you're
is
saying.
Alex sent me this. What a disgusting male African man.
Yeah.
Yo,
And you're
Chad, what's up
fucked
with you, bro? You good?
I tried to. No. Yo, hold on.
What's up?
No. Let me say what I did. I tried to give you some girth. You know what I'm saying? Because I tried to give you some. I tried to give you some respect. You know what I mean? Like, you know what I'm saying?
And
Like,
Reggie is saying, yo, we got
You hear your boy?
My bad.
You hear your boy over there, right?
I walked out.
That's what they say.
I shot
Yeah,
my
you
ass.
said it, and then Alex was like, Dev, is that how you really
Yo,
feel?
my bad. I was wild disrespectful. My
Nah,
bad. I
it's
apologize.
okay.
No hammer picks. I just don't.
I'm
No
not
hammer
gonna
picks, no
lie.
hammer picks.
I'm not gonna lie. Let's revert
Have you
back
got-
to our friends at Hulu. So
Yeah.
I was watching. You know, they got this song.
Oh my God, I thought he was about to do the ad or something.
Yeah, I was like,
No, I have one question. I have
is
one
not
question
his
though.
fault.
Have you guys ever sent? Well, Dev says he hasn't. Have
I
you ever
have
sent
not.
it unprovoked?
No.
Nah.
What do you fuck you mean?
Come
like
on.
not
Like,
solicited?
I'm so mad she just asked us.
Like
that.
saying
Why?
like
Who
a
do you
girl
think we are?
hold
Sending
on.
out
Yeah, you
Unprovoked
wildin'.
as in like she didn't ask for it?
Yeah.
Oh, no, no.
Fuck crazy.
Because
Wow.
that's the only way I have ever received anything.
Really?
That's
I've never
nasty.
asked
Really?
I've never asked a man for a
A
dick
nigga
pic.
send a
Get
dick
outta
through the
here.
fucking
And the only
internets?
way I've ever seen it, have received it, is like if he sent it unprovoked. And that
Niggas
shit
is
scarred.
out.
That
Really?
shit-
Jail.
It's a lot of
That shit
niggas,
scarred me
bro.
for life. Yeah,
A lot-
yeah.
I know a
I
lot
was
of-
like, oh,
I got a lot of
yeah.
friends that do that. They be
Yeah.
like, I send my dick all the time. Niggas got it saved in their phone. Like, here's my
Yeah, he
angle.
like he has like a good one, and
yeah,
he like uses
niggas
it.
will do it from the bottom. Niggas will do it from the top. Like niggas have their pictures on deck, and I think that's fucking gross. You're a nasty fuck.
The only way I know
Now-
how one looks like is because the guy just sent it to me. It was nobody that I was serious with because that would not fucking last. It was like a hookup, but they would just fucking send it. I'll be like, what the fuck is wrong with you?
Send a dick. Like, yo,
I feel like
see
every
this.
time people talk about dick pics, the one advice is like, yo, don't send it unprovoked. So how do men
Yeah,
still do this? Like, that is
yeah,
crazy.
that's-
Niggas send dick
Why would
pics
you
all
say?
day.
Yeah, you got to make sure she want to see that.
I know, that's
Why
common-
would
that's
you just
common
say
sense.
that?
Sending
Hey,
hit-
there gotta
yo.
be like a
Yeah,
unwritten
bro.
rule of
Yeah.
you should know if she want. Like she
ask.
has to say it. Yeah,
She'll
like
ask.
Fam.
if she doesn't say,
Hey, yo,
hey,
let
I
me
want to
see
see a
that
dick.
dick. You send
A
him.
Let me
dick
see
is
that
one of the worst
that dick?
images on earth. Like when I mean when
I mean, not to some people. Some women always ask
just
for
like
it.
a dick.
They just like it.
Like to
Yeah.
see a dick.
I personally don't think dick pics are attractive, but there's some women who love that shit. So
You
more
women
power
are
to you.
I told you
different.
about what that young lady was asking for me last week.
What?
No,
Oh,
no,
no,
she
you said
asked
on
me?
that
Stay
was
Busy.
on Armand's podcast.
What she asked you?
That was on. We podcast
Yeah,
so
yeah,
much.
yeah,
She asked for a nut video.
Oh,
See, I
a
listen.
nut video. I feel like,
Yeah.
oh my
We ain't talking
god.
about that?
I feel like we was talking about because
I don't
remember I
even
just
know.
brought it up like some girls like them nut videos.
Yeah. Oh,
That's
yes,
weird.
yes.
I'm gonna feel like a
Yeah.
disgust. I already hate myself after I
You
nut.
want me to fuck up the iPhone camera for you, ma?
That too. You have to clean up your phone.
That's what you want me to
That-
do?
That I ain't gonna lie.
You want the semen to drop in the camera retention?
Nothing makes me feel lower than when I gotta clean my phone off. That's
Yeah.
nasty.
That's nasty. No, for real.
That's nasty.
No, that
Yo, what you be doing, bro?
I am a nasty nigga.
shoots at his phone.
I'm
Yo,
a
that's why I
nasty
don't got a
nigga.
case now, so I can just clean my
I'm not
phone.
aiming, nigga.
fast.
Whatever it hits, it sprays, and then I'll clean you up later.
Oh my
I spray,
goodness.
and then I ask questions later.
You're a
Bro,
shooter.
I'm a shooter,
Real
for real,
Brooklyn
for real.
shit.
But cleaning yourself up is the worst. That feeling of cleaning yourself up is just a. You feel. I
And you
just-
already get sad
I'm
post nut.
sad already, and then I'm cleaning myself up, and I'm literally. I swear, I don't want to say yo. I wish I could feel myself right after.
Oh my
But sometimes,
God.
sometimes I hear
don't.
myself, and I remember I say to myself, oh, sometimes I hear myself right after, and I'll be like, bro, I'll dead ass say to myself, what was that?
Clarity.
I'll be like,
Why did I do-
why?
I'm out.
Why did I
No,
do
I
that?
don't. I don't want any woman.
No.
I don't want any.
Why
I'm
did I
not
do it?
horny. I don't. Why
You're
did I do
asexual
that?
for the
and
next
I fucking
hour.
hate the. And I'm like, I hate myself.
I'm out worse after a nut.
I hate myself. I think did we prove on this podcast
did.
that it's
You know we did.
scientifically proven?
No,
that
yeah, I
that's a
sent you the
thing?
video.
Oh, you did.
Yeah,
Okay.
We
Hit
can
the
get
fuck
my
in
video.
there.
And that's definitely believable. Like I believe it's like a certain hormone that drops.
It goes.
Yeah, the levels drop,
dies. I
and you
don't
get
wanna-
fucking sad.
Yeah, I don't want it. Don't touch me.
Don't touch me.
I get like that. I'm like, I'm good. Just hold on, give me a second.
Nah,
Like
I get it.
like that. And I'm
I
like,
get it.
And some men
why?
it's more severe than other men, but yeah,
I think mine is so
very because you be getting sad as fuck. Yeah, you've been telling
You
us
was in
that.
Miami
Yo,
crying.
you good?
I don't know, man.
I
No,
don't
but
know
now
either.
it's like
That's why you gotta write love
I don't
songs,
know,
bro.
man.
When's your next song coming out?
Friday.
Okay,
There you go.
See, let's
you
pivot.
go.
Like,
Promo
when is
mode.
the
And
next
I've
song
heard it.
coming out? Because you out
Hey.
here just beating off to get your emotions off.
Alright.
Like I know.
Dev, do you have the
beating off-
order? Do you have the order picked out already
Listen,
For what?
we-
for how
For what?
where you're gonna drop?
Oh yeah, my whole 2 months is planned out.
Oh, beautiful.
Yeah.
Actually, if y'all are listening, this is my favorite record from everything he sent me.
Is it the record that we know? Did you play this record for us? The
Popular's already out.
I know, Popular's out.
Yeah,
Yo,
Popular's
you're
out.
not the only one with the scoop, my nigga. Relax. Yo, Reggie, they act like they the only one that's friends. Leavers be giving us all your leaks.
only ones that's friends.
Yo,
Yeah.
all of it.
Alex knows what the project sounds like. Whatever the fuck.
What the fuck?
He has his favorite song and shit. Me, I'm replaying Popular like 50 times a day
I
because
told
I need
Reggie
more.
why though. I told Reggie. I told Reggie why. But
Okay, his logic is like, okay, he sent it to Alex, for his ear, his expert ear.
Thank you,
and
bro.
he doesn't want to send it to me because of what I might say. But wouldn't you be more, as an artist, wouldn't you be more afraid of Alex's feedback? Because he's going to be like, yo, the drums here, da da da.
And I was
And me,
technical.
I'm going to be like, this is
can I
She just
tell
gonna
you what
say
it
she
is?
gonna
Can I honestly tell you what it is?
I'll
should send
literally
it to
be
all
like, I
three of
love
us.
Yeah.
this.
I think
I
it's
agree.
a different dynamic between the three of
It
us.
is.
Yeah.
That's technical.
You're a
Yeah.
good focus
Yeah.
group.
That's technical.
No, but I
this
would
is
be-
a woman like
And you need the casual ear.
and she
But I
knows
love
good music.
everything
I
he
like where
puts
you're
out.
going,
I
sis.
love it. Like,
Not only that, you know good music.
She does.
And me, I'm gonna tell you if it's ass or not ass.
Exactly. You might know this ass.
And
I
then
would
we
be
keep
the
it
most
pushing.
about it.
You're going to be tight. That's it.
I can't tell you why, but I don't like it.
But can I say this? It's not
Please.
because I don't respect like y'all musical taste.
Yeah.
I didn't get that, but
It's genuinely because I think it's because I respect y'all so much that I'm afraid to emotionally allow you into that space as of this moment.
Got it.
what do you mean?
So you don't love us.
Like I value
what
see
I
like
heard.
this.
That's right.
Reggie, don't do that to my man.
I'm kidding, I'm
If
kidding.
you talk to me like I'm in second grade.
Okay. So
I'm gonna
I
tell
value
you what you just told me in my translation.
We're not
You
cool
don't
enough.
fuck with me and Reggie enough, and you don't respect our musical ear, and you don't love us.
That's what he said.
And,
Fuck that
and
nigga.
That's literally what he said.
we got more levels to achieve before you love us.
Guess who heard it?
Hey, it's okay.
And that's what I heard.
Alex got the Dropbox
Nigga,
link.
I walked in your studio and you ain't even know. I thought we was better than this.
I
good,
value
too.
your opinion. I value you two's opinions
Okay.
so much. I value it so much that I think that I know it would alter my mood,
Yo,
my
Reggie.
mind, and
But I'm
everything.
gonna love it
Yo,
though.
Reggie,
Like,
Reggie, can I
I'm gonna
ask-
be
can I
like,
ask
this is
Reggie
the
a
best
question?
song I
But
ever heard in my life.
that's why I have to see it like this. It's me, not you.
Reggie.
I have to build up
Oh,
that.
you
I
Hold on, I
have to
wanna
build
hear
up that. I have
though.
to build up that muscle with y'all two for me to go. No matter what, I'm looking for an objective, and I know you would. I know you would, but I have to build up the strength to go. Cool, we're good. Don't worry about it.
It's
You
true. I have to
understand what
work
I'm saying?
out before I listen to the album. I have to
But
do
I
some
have to, I
push-ups.
have to literally build the new muscle
Yeah.
with
Of course.
between us in order for me to bring you into that
I love
space
that.
for me personally.
I respect
And
it.
that's it.
I'm kidding. I
But
respect
that's
it.
because
Yeah,
I
yeah.
value.
now.
That's because I value you so much. I value your opinion so much that I know in my head I'm like I really need to be prepared for some
So
real
basically,
shit
I gotta
from
start
y'all.
working out.
So what's going on, everybody? It's the Need to Know podcast. It's what you need to know when you need to know on the Need to Know podcast. I am your guy, Savon, and we are joined by my one and only co-host of the day, Reggie. Now, what I just heard.
It's a two-person
Yeah,
show.
it's just
Fuck out of here.
and
Me
you.
and
It's
Devon
just
start
me
the
and
music
you.
podcast.
The music heads.
It's just me and
The
you.
music
So, Reggie,
podcast.
I'll
Yo,
be honest to
Fuck
you.
y'all niggas.
I've been in relationships and
y'all
I've been
niggas.
around like really smart people.
Yeah.
And
Yo, the album
I
fire.
don't know. Yo, you heard a voice?
Huh?
I ain't hear nothing, right? It's just me and you.
No. There's a little ringing in my
Were we
ear.
just gaslit?
You were gassed
Were
up.
we just
I'm not gonna.
gaslit?
He put that.
Yo,
that
I
light-
really
He smoked that shit.
He put that
Yo,
light
you
on your
smoked that
ass.
shit so much. I'm about to play your music. I ain't gonna lie, bro.
Nah, he put
How
the
you
li-
did that shit, bro?
Nah, don't talk to my
Yo, you
music.
make
It's
me
all
feel
great
like,
promo.
Yo,
Nah.
nah, fuck that.
This is great, bro.
Yo,
He told y'all what y'all
Because
had
we're
to
really
do.
arguing about wanting his album
we
so
want
bad.
your
Like,
music. I feel like I was gaslit. Like I was just a woman, and like I was
just
talking
a
about myself.
woman.
Like you was me. Like don't do that to me.
gaslit
Don't
too.
do me to me. Hey, this is Devon Terrell, popular.
This is my shit.
out
Please go
now.
stream this.
Out now. And get your attention.
Yeah, damn popular.
Oh my God, that was so good. Through these earphones. Do you love?
Now,
I'm
Reggie,
so nervous in front of y'all. I don't know why.
I'm not gonna lie.
Listen, you peep how we know the
idiot.
lyrics?
I
We
think-
love it. Like, we literally.
I know you do.
If
I
you would
believe
send
you.
that to me and you, and I'm gonna just let the song play, it's gonna serve as a
Thank you.
music bed.
Thank you.
While we no, fuck that. Me and Reggie are talking.
you.
Fuck you.
Okay.
Me and Reggie are gonna talk. No,
Okay.
but I think if he sent me this song, I think we would give him like good feedback.
Yo, you know what's funny? Savon loves your music so much that like, what song was it? Oh, Fuck
3?
My Ex.
Oh,
Savon, when it dropped, like I knew it dropped. We all talked about it. And then like Savon texted me on the side privately the song. He's like, this is fire!
Yo, you embarrassing me in front of my friends!
I was glad. I was like, Savon, thank you for texting me. But in my head, I was like, why is he texting me this song? Like, I know it dropped, Savon. Like, I love it. Why did you text me?
Nah, bro, I ain't gonna lie.
Why you ain't texting me? I had it already.
But that's bro. Y'all niggas is running the 2-man weave. Yo, me and Reggie, we about to kill us something, nigga. Yo, I'm going to Cleveland. Fuck that.
Let's go.
Yeah, nigga.
Let's
we
go.
gonna leave these niggas in New York.
I'm leaving at 4 p.m. tomorrow. Let's
4
go.
p.m. tomorrow? I bet.
I'm gonna send you the link. I'm
account.
gonna send you the link.
I feel kind of like.
I'm not sending the link.
No, I
outta
feel
here.
a
I ain't
little
sending y'all
inferior
shit
to
till my
Alex right
man
now.
say
He
so.
literally has the project, and we
I'm
don't.
not gonna hold you. And what I'm gonna do is I'm using a need to know funds account to get to
Whoa,
Cleveland, nigga.
whoa,
Fuck out of here.
whoa,
We
whoa,
going to
whoa,
Cleveland.
He doing some
Go
funky shit over there. Hold on there, buddy. You're getting too excited now.
Streetness.
You're getting too excited now. I go call the count in 5 seconds now. Hold on now.
Nigga said I'm using the NT. Just to throw that in there, I'm using the NTK.
Like,
Okay,
whoa.
All y'all gotta get it. He gotta feel it. You gotta feel it, nigga. I'm going with Reggie.
Hold on now.
Fuck y'all, bro. Damn. Damn.
What were we
You gotta
talking
send him
about?
music. You gotta send him the link.
Oh no, no.
I know
Also, like,
no,
it's just jokes. You don't.
Yeah.
I know
It's
that.
jokes.
I know
It's
that.
jokes.
I think I want to send y'all.
No,
You
I
got
want
the
you-
technical
No, I don't
stuff.
want it now. I feel bad now.
I want to now.
I feel like
should.
we just like. I feel like we just like stiff armed him into like sending it to us.
Nah,
No,
fuck
I did.
that.
You know what you
It's
just,
healthy bullying.
You know
sometimes.
it is. It really is.
That
It
shit
really
works.
is.
No,
That
I don't
shit
like, but I
works.
respect that you don't want to like share with mad people. Like I respect
It
that.
ain't going nowhere. I don't
you know
like
what-
music.
you
I'm
know-
gonna leak it to
I
the
only
J
like
room.
his music.
You know what it is?
I like you, Neo, Kiana Lede, Jadakiss, Styles P, J.
Nah,
Cole.
and he's serious.
That's all I listen to.
Nah, he's serious.
That's all I
Liz,
listen
Liz.
to.
Nah,
You
he's
know what it
serious
is?
too.
Because I think anybody that's around me, I think a lot of people in this room will even
Yeah,
realize.
yeah.
I don't talk to them shit about my own music. I think a
don't.
lot of people in this room know what I'm talking about. I don't talk to them about my own shit at all because I don't want them to feel like I'm around Dev, so I have to like this or like this. I don't like to make people feel that way. I'm like, yo, bro, we don't have to talk about me at all. My music, nothing. I don't give a fuck. You don't have to like me, my shit or anything like that. As long as we hear two humans talking, I'm cool. So I think that's where that comes from with me, where I sit in front of you and I be like, yo, you gotta listen to my song, bro.
Yo,
of course,
Like,
I
you
get
get
it.
me?
my
But I never
God,
want y'all
I
to,
hate
so I never wanted to
that.
force you to be a.
Oh yeah, but
support
we
me.
wouldn't be
But
just
hold
fans
on,
just
where you
because.
be buying your gaslighters from?
He's good, yo.
He's getting
yo,
a little
you good.
flustered.
Shout out to your queen, bro. Shout out to your queen, bro.
Walmart?
Yo, how you be
Where you
doing
be
this
at?
to
Where they
me?
be at? The Lowe's.
How you did this
Home
to me?
Depot.
Because I feel what you said, but I don't want to feel that shit.
But I don't want to feel that shit.
But I feel that.
Yo, I ate that shit up. I was like, Dev respects me so much that he's not sending it to me.
He respects me so much, he don't want to give it to me. It's bad.
Yo, rewind. I was really like, ooh.
That's like when a nigga cheat on you, and he be like, he respect me so much, he did not tell me he was fucking his other
Yeah.
bitch.
He just
He
fucked
hid it
her.
from me. It's okay.
He hid it from me.
Oh my God, he respect me.
Yeah, because he didn't want me to
Yo,
know.
I ate that shit off when he was going on a rant right now.
I'm dead serious,
It's
bro.
all love, brother.
That's
It's
why
all
I'm glad
love.
I'm not like I'm in like a situation with a person because I just feel like if I was on Tinder, yo, have y'all seen a Tinder swindler?
Yo,
I'm sorry.
yeah, no, I was
didn't
only
see it. I
halfway
didn't see
through,
it.
but
You gotta see that.
I didn't
No,
see it.
I don't
like
gotta
it.
watch
Just
Nah, you good.
throw that. I'm
You
not
good.
gonna say, but
Yeah.
yo, when you
it's
get
one
a
of
chance,
Yeah.
it's one of those.
Let's talk about it on Patreon.
Okay, cool.
I would love to
Yeah.
extend this
I
conversation.
love
to
it, but I
Patreon.
hate it too. It's
Yeah.
like, what?
Because
Let's talk
it
about
makes women look really bad.
Yeah.
It makes
Yeah.
women look bad.
About
yeah.
time.
Yeah.
He was
I'm
smoking
joking.
these
I'm
women.
He was just like, yo.
What'd you say?
I'm just.
He was
I ain't gonna
wilding
repeat that.
on
Well, no,
him.
no, say it again.
What'd he
Say
I
it.
say?
said I was joking. Whatever I
No,
said,
no,
I
no,
was
no, no,
joking.
no, no. What are you saying? What are you saying? Say it.
I said about time.
Oh my God!
What?
I didn't mean to bring that out of
See,
you.
look what you did.
And this is the
Relax.
Need to Know
I'm joking.
podcast.
I'm
This has been the
joking.
Need to Know podcast. What you need to know when you need to know on
it.
the Need to Know podcast.
That's right.
We're
Yeah.
out of here.
Make sure y'all go stream that Popular by Devon Terrell. Again,
we're deadass
one of my
ending?
favorite
Oh, shit.
artists. Yeah, we are ending. We do have a Patreon episode to record again. If you do want, not even just part 2 of this podcast, but we're giving out extra episodes each and every week on Mondays. Those drop on our Patreon. So if you're interested in those, second episodes. Please go subscribe to our Patreon. Again, starting March 1st, I do not want to catch anybody off surprise or by surprise. I want everybody to understand what their billing cycle will be, right? So whether the price comes down for you, which everybody loves, so I'm sure we won't hear any complaints, or if the price goes up for you, which I don't want to beef with y'all niggas because I dead ass will block you and take your money. No, I'm joking.
No, we love y'all.
I'm joking. I don't want to beef. That's the message of this conversation. Is just, please make sure you guys understand that we are changing the price, and that is to benefit you, the consumer, the listener, the audience, the Need to Know family, because we just want to give everybody everything. So
it makes more sense.
It just makes more sense. Like we don't want to have to determine this tier gets that, this tier gets this tier doesn't get. I don't want to use the word doesn't anymore. I just want everybody to get everything. So that is the science behind, combining these tiers together, which will go in effect again March 1st. We want to see everybody who's already a part of the community continue to be in that community. And again, that'll start March 1st. So we are going to record our Patreon episode. Devon Terrell, thank you again. Stream Popular. You got another song. Can you announce that song?
Yeah, I was actually gonna promote myself.
Yeah, please.
How about that? Right? Let's try that. Right? I'm a fucking artist. I got another song coming out this week, Friday, called Better, featuring Kai Cash. I really fucking like this song. I feel like I'm about to do an open verse challenge for this one.
It's my favorite.
So I got that coming out, and I got a song coming out every Friday. In perpetuity for now. So every Friday you're gonna hear some new music from me. But for right now, Popular just dropped and then Better, and then we'll just keep this thing going. So I'm just having fun posting stuff. My road on TikTok, like I told y'all, I told you in this podcast, I'm at 210,000 now. Thank you to y'all for supporting and stuff like that.
Big
so
flex. Something like
just having fun. But I'm just saying it just because of that post that we made when I told everybody I was fucked up at one point. Social media, just keep throwing paint at the fucking wall. I'm telling y'all, keep putting out your content. Whatever you're doing right now, stop saving your music. Stop fucking saving your content. Put the shit out. But yeah, and I'm putting myself out there because my podcast co-hosts they're doing good things to me. I'm not gonna lie.
Love you, buddy.
To do this. I'm supposed to do this because I don't do this. But yeah, Better is coming out featuring Kai Cash Friday.
Yeah. And on that note, if you are not on YouTube, you can hear the lovely crooning of my fellow co-host, Devon Terrell. It's what you need to know. It's when you need to know. On the Need to Know podcast, God willing, we will be back again next week. I love y'all.
It's a good
Peace
outro song.
and love to everybody who's tuning in. Again, comment on our artwork, yo. Wait, hold on.
Look at the need.
I worked really hard on this.
Artwork, nigga. I've been working for 2 months on this shit.
He has.
please.
He really has. Please comment.
Yeah, I gotta
Because
comment.
Savon has worked very hard.
tirelessly.
Yes.
Yo, imagine someone calling, this artwork is trash.
Y'all know how that y'all niggas. It's us. It's the Need to Know podcast. Peace out.
Shout out to my aunt.
Love that.
Yeah. Thank you.
Shut up.
Peace, y'all. We love you.